No. And we're going to carry on. Now our student is logging in, so I'm allowing or clicking yes to everyone. And okay, so the recording is in progress. All right, so I'm gonna try to explain now where we are and what we need to do next. So yeah, our lab and any questions, lab rules. Oh, I did not mention the word fastly here. Okay, so this is what we need to reach. I'll just quickly start explaining that. So what we have done till now is made we actually made available. Okay, let me will- okay. VMware diagrams. I'll just put up pull up some VMware diagrams and then VMware diagrams. Okay, got it. So till now, I'm going to pull up another diagram which really explains. Hmm, we created storage or software SAN right before last week, so that needs to be now explained, and anyone knows which machines are target and which machines are initiators. Anyone remember from last week which machines are
Me.
target?
Windows
Yep,
2012 is target machine, and rest of the EXI 0123 they are initiator.
initiator.
The
All
machine,
right,
yeah.
exactly. Okay, thank you. And so target. Hey, I asked that, and it's okay. Anyway, I know that you knew that. Okay, so yeah, should
No,
have.
no, no, I didn't see that.
I see that written there. Okay, but yeah, I will ask some other question, but I'm sure you knew that. So let us go ahead and now we created last week this software SAN. This is what we could do in our 32 GB RAM laptop, and from this you can realize that VMware is much more complicated than even the 32 GB laptop could take. Oh, one of its lab, which is vSAN, really get overwhelms the even the 32 GB RAM laptop as well. But anyway, we have created the initiators which are requesting the storage, SAN storage, that is Esxi SAN, because it's not fiber optic, obviously. And the target is offering those disks. And we saw that we were able to see not only the ones 1, 2, 3 on ESXi 123 hypervisors, or if there were ESXi 200, ESXi 500, maybe there were 500 hypervisors for a very big company. So we would have seen that already. We would have seen the three lawns on all 200 or 500 hypervisors as well if they wanted to use or they wanted to attach storage to all the hypervisors. So when we attach LANs or shared disks over the network, then we have to create data stores on top of those LANs. And this is the best practice, that you create a data store on top of it. We then gave the naming convention, which is W1. This is just a source, Windows machine from which the disks are coming. In production environment, you could just give any name according to whatever naming convention you have decided. And then there is DS1, LAN1, there's W1, DS2, LAN2, and we create three data stores, but those are LAN-based data stores, not local disk-based data stores. So now we have a professional storage, highly available storage, where we can actually implement all the advanced features of VM nowhere. Oh, sorry, VMware. So, but don't say that in the interview where you're going to be the VMware administrator, right? VMware is everywhere, not nowhere. Okay. So, yeah, it happens when you have to drive so fast from the go station to the home, and there are constructions going on, and I'm like, pa 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 pa, I need to attend the class. Okay. Anyway, so let's keep going, and now what we need to do is that's today's a big day kind of thing. Why? Because we are introducing that one application that is installed, pre-installed in a virtual machine, pre-installed in a virtual machine. So that is called VCSA. Now, this is what the whole course revolves around. That's the main machine, VCSA, which is vCenter Server Appliance. Now, what is an appliance? Appliance would be, that in the kitchen where and when you go there and you purchase appliance, maybe to have what am I saying? So the thing is, this is vCenter Server Appliance. In virtualization, appliance is that machine which has a pre-installed application inside, and you just need to customize it according to your company's compliance policies, right? So, and whatever configuration you need. So it's a virtual machine. Appliance is a virtual machine that is already having an application inside, maybe operating system plus application, or maybe just an operating system, and you need to install application. But mostly, it is called appliance, where you have to you have a virtual machine that is already something installed. So we have a photon. Anyone knows what's a photon? Photon. It's the remote cousin of electron, right? No. What's a photon in VMware? Anyone quick? What's a photon? I was about to say photon installed. Okay, now I gave a hint. What is photon? PHOT. Hey, by now I would have Googled it. Come on. And in the interview, you have to do that if it's a remote interview. But don't let them see that you're actually watching another screen. And I'm doing interviews right now in my company for a junior M365 and Azure admin, me and my director. So, well, I'll send you the link for the job opening there. You can also apply whoever knows the Microsoft 365 and Microsoft Azure. If you have those experiences, my director is really sharp, and she will really scan you in terms of what skills you have. Uh, anyway, if you want to do those courses free as well, so with all the labs, just like we are doing intense labs here, I have intense labs for Microsoft Azure and M365. I can just give you access. You can ask separately in WhatsApp. But anyway, there are so many jobs for that, plus VMware. So yeah, we're on the right track. Photon, yes, exactly. You're right. Actually, nobody said anything. So Photon is an OS. It is created by VMware before there was an OS, on top of which, so this Photon OS is not exactly operating system, but it's the virtualization platform, OS plus. It's there's no GUI inside, and it's part Linux and part VMware code installed in it. So all the ESXi hypervisors that we installed, yes, they are Linux based, but basically it's VMware's version of Linux or OS there is, and that is Photon. So whenever we say, oh, it's Photon based, uh, before that, what was it? Before Photon OS, it was okay. Before, and in the interview, you should know all that. Before Photon PH, or yeah, VMware writes it with PH. So before Photon OS, it was SUSE Linux Enterprise. Uh, that was the preferred operating system for hypervisor, and then VMware was always, yeah. Okay, someone said something. Or okay, maybe the mic. So, yeah, the thing is that before Photon OS, it was SUSE Linux Enterprise. Obviously, it's Linux OS, and so VMware had to rely on, hey, SUSE Linux developers, can you patch this? Can you patch that? Then VMware decided, no, I'm gonna create my own OS. We're gonna create our own OS, and we're gonna not depend on anyone else. We're gonna have our own team that's going to maintain the patching, the updates, vulnerabilities of this OS, right? So that's how, that's what it is. Now, this machine that we're about to install will have the Photon OS already because it's an appliance. So it has to have an app, it will have an application installed. So application has to be installed on top of certain type of OS, or if it was a container, so certain files of OS. So here it would be the vCenter that will be living inside. So this virtual machine that we're about to deploy controls the whole environment of VMware. So this is the application, and yeah, the below is the OS. So we're about to deploy a virtual machine that's going to control the whole environment. So how it looks like then, it would be that we're going to be attaching the ISO of VCSA here on this virtual machine. Then we're going to launch the installation, and then we're going to be deploying it over the network to any of the ones. But the hypervisor that we're going to deploy it on, or it's going to load on the RAM of this hypervisor Esxi01. So it's going to be deployed over the network. It's a big application, so it might take 40 minutes or 45 minutes, but your machines are flying. So then maybe, you'll beat my machine again. But this time, I put some more engine power there, horsepower there in my machine. So let's see. But the thing is that we're going to be deploying over the network. So how does it control? We're going to be connecting through Google to this vCenter, and from within the vCenter, we're going to control the whole environment, all the hypervisors we're going to be controlling, all the data stores we're going to be controlling, all the networking we're going to be controlling, and okay, yeah. Was now I was just seeing the message in WhatsApp. Okay, fixed. Good. So yeah, through vCenter, first we're going to connect to the vCenter, then we're going to control the whole environment on the from within the vCenter. So this is that application for which you need to do the certification, and this is where all the advanced features are available. So we're going to be deploying that, and in order to deploy that, it's a big installation, so we need to do some preparation as well. And then we're going to be talking about the prerequisites of vCenter. When we start deploying the vCenter, then we're going to be talking about what are the new terminologies that are coming your way. So we're going to be doing all that with the help of the vCenter. So we're going to be deploying everything. Oh, seriously? Okay, it's this still the old library. I'm just gonna. I was gonna be connecting to my, um, remote desktop. Oh, yeah, and so I was gonna be connecting to my remote desktop, but it changed its IP again. So I'll just oh um okay. Yeah, I'm just thinking loud quickly. So I do have a mouse, so that, and I have another mouse as well. Okay, so I think it's doable. What's doable? I need to, guys, connect to my desktop quickly to know the IP that it got now. So I'm gonna be just give me a little time. I'll still be doing a commentary, but I'm just letting you trying to get the IP of my desktop for this. The other screen I have just now connected to um, well, from the login screen, can we have on screen? Yes, we can. Right. I didn't have a keyboard, so the accessibility option and the other desktop gave me the online keyboard. So I'm just connecting to my other desktop quickly. Sorry. So just give me really quick. I'll be connecting now. Okay, good. It's logging in. The other desktop in which I'm going to be installing the virtual machine. And I'll put a keyboard here. I just need the IP config command just to know the IP of my desktop so I could remotely connect to it, which is right beside me right now. Okay. So the other thing that we will be doing is that we're going to be shutting down Esxi 2 and 3 temporarily. So I'll be writing that. If you understand what I'm saying, go ahead. 2.32. Oh, okay. Got it. Because I thought it will save it. 2.32. I'll just quickly okay. Let me just quickly shoot here real quick. I thought I was connected to my desktop already, and it's the powerful one 192.168 2.32 192.168 2.32. Okay, so I'll just ping that. Oh man, everything happening today. So I will restart this dude. Why is it not pinging? Or it may be pinging a bit further. No. Okay. What's the IP of this machine? Kidding me? It's 192.168.43.5 from wireless LAN Wi-Fi. And which Wi-Fi am I connecting to? Sorry, guys. Let me just quickly t-shoot that. Oh, like seriously. That's one. I'm connected to the wrong Wi-Fi, guys. Sorry. It has to be in the same network for me to do anything. And okay, it's gonna connect to. Hey guys. Okay, now I'm on the same network. I hope you're still able to hear me. And this should connect right away. Oh, there you go. So thank you for your patience. And okay, now
Professor, I have a question. I was having
yes.
some kind of error on my virtual machine Windows Server.
Mhm.
I have fixed it from the
Oh.
internet, but I do not know what I have done. So if you can have a look and let me know what I did and what was wrong with it.
Mhm. So okay, you shared the screenshot there in WhatsApp, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Okay, that's very good. And let me just put everything there because now we're ready to install. I'm gonna just drag this here. So this is the error Farhan was getting, and that is the tag present in the reparse point buffer is blah blah blah. Oh, what happened? Screen sharing stopped. Okay, I'll just share it again. So this was our guys module disk power on failed, but then you shut down something. Snapshot disk it depends on one of the snapshot disk it depends on is not there. Okay, So, but then the next statement you say that you don't know what you did, right?
No, I ran a command on the command prompt as the administrator, and then I restarted it.
So what was the command?
Yeah, I have it on the WhatsApp chat.
Oh, so you know what you did, right?
I
So,
know
but
what I mean. Yeah, kind of.
ran check this c slash f slash r on cmd as administrator. Okay, check this really tries to get the files to the correct um, you know areas of the disk and then lets you access that. But yeah, check disk. You just saw that you put that error in the Google, and Google, one of the solutions was this.
Yes.
Very good, excellent. So the thing is that it resolved and somebody had run it and shared the thanks to that guy as well. But checklist normally just puts the data where it's supposed to be or it just tries to. You can also Google it, but basically, yeah, checklist just tries to make the files available if they were not available. They're there, but they're not still accessible for some reasons. So checklist just tries to fix that. Plus, it does a lot of other things and gives you a report about the disk health. So yeah, that's very good what you followed there, and thank you for sharing. If that's the exact error you get, guys, then only use this definitely. Okay, guys. So thank you for sharing. Let's get back to what we were doing, and now, guys, when we start, I'm just going to show you. It's a big installation, so obviously we need to take some precautions as well, and the precautions are. What did I do? Yeah. So first of all, I'm gonna have to obviously start Win01. We always need it all the time. Second thing is we do not need right now temporarily for the duration of the installation of VCSA. We do not need E6i2 and E6i3. Why? We do need E6i1, but we need to change its RAM as well temporarily. So let me explain all that quickly. Here we have to so the prereqs. If I start talking about that, prerequisite for VCSA, we have to concentrate on that, and then we need to create that environment so we could actually install. We're able to install this VCSA. So it needs minimum 12 GB. It can be it does install in 10 GB as well, but this hypervisor. Now I have 32 GB, so I need to really use that because I need to keep going ahead and show you more complicated labs so you can understand and at least explain in the interview what you understand, and then many of you will be able to do that too. But I'm going to go for 16 GB or even because I have 32 GB RAM, so I'll go for 24 GB RAM for the hypervisor. And 16 GB RAM for the VCSA machine inside, which is our VIP machine that has the software that will control the whole environment centrally called Vcenter. So that virtual machine will be deployed. So that virtual machine really needs more RAM. We can even push it. We have 32 GB RAM, right? Those who have 32 GB RAM, I can just put it to 28 GB and put this guy to 24 GB because it's temporarily we're doing. So this is 4 GB still is left for the laptop and its background processes. The rest we're giving to 28, but 2 GB is here as well, right? So then we'll be 2 GB left for the laptop, which is kind of not good. I want to spare some more RAM for the laptop background processes because I have Google Chrome running and many other things running here. So I'll just put down this to 26 GB and this to 22 GB. The VCSA virtual machine inside the hypervisor. So hypervisor, I'm going to give this one 26 GB and this one VCSA 22 GB. Those who are and this is 2 GB RAM here. Obviously, this temporarily right now shut down because we need to give more RAM here. Now, those who have 16 GB RAM total, you you can give. Okay, let me just write that here as well. Okay, so those having, let me just get back here and enable editing, and let's put down the plan. Let's create a machines. Nope, that's done. And well, I was configured, done, 4% done, and let's create a Windows based. Let's create ones. Is that 9 mix? And yeah, and the benefits. Lockdown mode. We're going to be talking about that now today. What is the lockdown mode? Okay, so I'm going to go up there and this hypervisor, the next class. Okay, yeah, you were supposed to do that. I'm going to start here, put that. So VCSA deployment, prerequisites. And the first prerequisite is that, well, it needs minimum. Well, minimum is Vcenter itself needs 12 GB RAM. So those who have total 16 GB RAM can shut down both ESXi 02 and 03. Also temporarily shut down ESXi 01, but change the RAM to, if we're giving the virtual machine 12 GB, so we can give the ESXi 14 GB RAM. This is for those who have total of 16 GB RAM, right? RAM. Okay. And then start only ESXi 01, right? Uh, Obviously, Win01 always remain started because it's providing infrastructure services. Okay, those who have 32 GB RAM, shut down both 2 and 3 hypervisors. Also shut down ESXi 01, but give it what we decided there. Yeah, so give it 26 GB RAM. So we could give the VCSA 22 GB RAM, right? And obviously, Win01 remains started. Okay, so that's the plan number one for RAM, right? VCSA needs the installation that we want is a tiny installation. VCSA needs, so I'm going to explain to you tiny, large, tiny, medium, large, extra large installations. So they call those installations this way. Like you're going for Tim Hortons and asking, uh, extra large, double double, or triple triple. Wow, one of my students, he ordered for me. I was going with him, and he ordered for me extra large, triple triple. And I was like shocked, and I looked at him and like, whoa, seriously? You think I'm a walking Mean Gene drum here or something? Anyway, so but yeah, it was good. Couldn't finish it. VCSA needs tiny. Our VCSA. Let me just start this way because then I'll explain
Sorry.
to you the other ones. Yeah,
Oh, sorry to interrupt you.
no
I
problem.
have a question.
Yeah, sure.
In the last lab, I had some issues like I did configuration in EXI 03 instead of 1. So I don't know what I did, like the final
It's
step,
okay.
or I don't remember properly. Can you just have a look for a second So
Sure.
so in
Switch.
the future lab, I don't get any error or something.
Yeah, if the labs are open, yeah, sure. If the machines are open,
Okay. Just can I share my screen for a second?
sure, sure. Yeah. And
Yeah, so
where is the machine?
because the thing is that I got confused. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, so you're on E6A1 right now, or yeah, this is one, and you don't have a virtual machine in there, and we're about to install here, so you're good.
So this is 3. So
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
where the
know,
virtual
like,
machine is, where it was supposed to be, so you're good.
no,
Three
that's
has.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
but other configuration, I'm talking about these
Yeah,
days.
it's okay. Yeah,
It's okay. So
three. That's
Yogesh,
what was
Yogesh,
supposed to show.
that's what we did last time on 3 as well. You
Yeah,
are right. That's correct.
so it should be
but we were
showing in
doing
all
on
three.
ESXi01. We were doing.
No, we were doing it all three. I mean, you followed the video or you were in the class?
No, I followed the video, YouTube.
Okay, so if you followed exactly what was in the video, then you're correct.
So is there
If
any
you
log
did
or
something
something? Can you
else,
check? Is there any log
log for what?
like for this configuration or something?
No, your configuration seems to be okay. I
Okay.
just saw
Okay,
it.
thank you.
Yeah, you're overthinking right now. So calm down and you're okay. If you followed
Okay,
the
thank
video
you.
correctly, then you should have the confidence that you're okay. Okay.
Okay.
So because underlying there are so many configurations, so I can't really just see with this brief look, and we don't have time to go through every configuration as well. But if you followed the video, which you're supposed to be, and everyone's supposed to be, so then you should be okay.
And yeah, that's what I was saying. Like so I can switch over. I can make ESXi03 like 1 because I did everything in ESXi03, so I can use this as a number 1.
No.
No?
So we all installed a test virtual machine in ESXi03, which was just for test virtual machine, right? But ESXi1 is our VIP hypervisor. So I'm just using the term here, VIP hypervisor, this guy here. This we did not do any testing on because we left it for the VIP machine, which is a vCenter or VCSA. We left it for today's lab. So if anyone installed a virtual machine here, like technically it's okay. You did not do anything very bad. It's just that our configurations are that we're gonna leave E6i 2 and 3 for testing purpose, but we're gonna install our most important virtual machine VCSA in E6i1. So I saw that your E6i1 was having no virtual machine, which is okay because none of us have a virtual machine in E6i1. So everyone is okay, and your configuration is also okay. So yeah, we're good, and we're supposed to now. Yogesh, you're supposed to follow me exactly because your configuration is exactly like everyone else's who followed the last class. Okay.
Thank you,
Uh,
Professor. Thank you.
you're welcome. All right. So let's go ahead. Okay, so here, this is our most important hypervisor because we're installing the vCenter, and the whole course revolves around all the advanced features of the vCenter. Although what we did till now is also part of the exam objectives of VCP certification, VMware Certified Administrator, VCP Professional. So VMware Certified Professional, right? And that's a pretty tough certification, and or the interview is tough there's a there. So when you go to the interview, it's like, whoa, it's like the samurais sitting on the other side with swords and all kinds of bows and arrows, and they're like gonna throw those arrows at you, and you have to duck or something. Anyway, just an analogy for a tough interview. Okay, anyway, so guys, what we're doing now, as is what I put there as a plan. So I'm just gonna start shutting down E6i 2 and 3, in fact 1 as well. I'm gonna shut down all three. E6i 2 and 3 will remain shut down for the duration of the installation of VCSA, while I'm going to change the RAM of E6A1 only. And I mentioned if you have, in fact, let me just put that. I was writing something else, so after that I'll put it. So our VCSA needs tiny installation, which means we need um, a storage, a minimum storage of I think, yeah, 150 GB more or less. We're gonna find that it's more or less this. Also, our uh, also VCSA requires minimum processor of, well, two processors, two. Um, and we kind of we actually meet all the requirements because we gave 500 GB as a storage. So, and we will be giving much more than 12 GB RAM and to the hypervisor. So we should be meeting all the requirements of installing VCSA. Okay, so I'm gonna put this screenshot there as well. Those who have 16 GB total RAM, you know what to do. And those who have 32 GB RAM, it's written, it's in WhatsApp as well in the slide, yeah, and you know what to do. So since I have 32 GB RAM and I need to show you all this, so I have to use more hardware. So I'm just going to go back to this. So what our plan is, let's shut down all three and change the RAM of E6A1, only power on E6A1, while Win01 always remains powered on, right? So I'm going to shut down all three hypervisors, change the RAM of E6A1, only start E6A1 now. Okay, I'm going to go there. Actually, you know what? They're already down because I did not start them yet. So Win01 is already there. Suppose you did start them, just go ahead and just shut down. In my case, I suspended them, right? In suspended, it's kind of it's like everything frozen, right? So this also means that I cannot change my RAM of hypervisor here. So what I need to do is I need to resume this virtual machine from uh, frozen state to working state, and then I'm going to properly shut it down. So after proper shutdown only, it will let me change the RAM. Others, I don't need to start. They're okay. The RAM is okay. I just don't want them powered on for the duration of VCSA installation. So I'm just going to properly shut down the E6A1 only in my case. Okay. And then there are just a very few million steps more once we install VCSA. But that's another challenge. I mean, VCSA should get installed, and then I'll also tell you if something goes wrong. Then you're looking at 45 minutes more. Okay. Pragnesh says, yeah.
Yeah, do we need to shut down 2 and 3 if I had suspended?
If they are suspended, it's okay. Keep them suspended.
Okay, no need to shut down, right?
No need to shut down in that case. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, guys. But I'm shutting down only 6i1 because I need to change the virtual hardware of that. So I'm going to go to edit virtual machine, or I'm going to click here on memory. It's same thing. And then in my case, so those who having a total of 16 GB RAM, don't try this at home. Oh, cool sentence, right? Okay, anyway, so here I am trying to go for 22 GB and it's not letting me do that. So I'll go for 22 567. I'll check that. If I click somewhere else, allocated memory values must be multiples of 4 MB to what are you saying? 4 GB added virtual machine. What am I doing here? Okay.
Sir,
Uh,
do
yeah,
22096. It will work.
22096.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You said 26 or 22?
So those who have 200 GB, if you, did I say 200 GB? That was my older desktop that supported 200 GB. Okay. So if you have 32 GB RAM, your hypervisor gets, oh yeah, you're right, 26 GB. Sorry, my bad. The inside machine will get 22 GB. The outside hypervisor gets 26 GB if you have total of 32 GB RAM. So sorry about that. And thank you for the good reminder. I'm supposed to increase it to 26 GB
Yes,
for the
26624.
26624. Okay.
Yes.
All right, man. Thank you. All right. So that's great. So guys, you can, those who have 32 GB RAM total, go for 26624. If you have a total of 16 GB RAM, don't do this because then it's gonna freeze the whole laptop and you have to shut down and blah blah blah, right? So that done for E6i1 because I have a total of 32 GB RAM. So I'm just going, the rest is okay. Processor 2. Yeah, you were saying?
Professor, I have 32 gig RAM, but I just wanna leave it 16, sorry, 14. And so I'm trying to give it 14 gig and 14,000 MB. So it's 13.7 GB RAM. So that's okay, or I need to
Which is, that's okay. Yeah.
okay.
Because now you need, oh yeah, you have 32 GB RAM. So I was going to say if you had total 16 GB, leave 2 GB for the laptop background processes and operating system background process, but you have enough. So yeah,
So
exact 14 is also okay.
can I do 15 then? That's okay.
That is also okay because you have enough RAM. You're sticking to the 16 GB plan while you have 32 GB, so that I'm still unable to understand. Maybe moral support for those of your class fellows who have 16 GB, so that's a good gesture. Okay, let's continue. Processor 2, which is okay. We're not installing Windows here, so we can leave it as is. Second thing is 200 GB. This is the hardest is 200 GB. Obviously, so guys, is there a problem? This hard disk is 200 GB.
Professor,
Yeah.
in under my processor option virtualization engine, it's my feature is not on. I don't have blue tick here. Virtualize Intel VTX, EPT or AMD. This one. Yes.
Okay. Then click it. You can click it if you are able to for
Yes, I
E6A1
can.
only. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. And guys, is that an issue for the VCS installation if this is a 200 GB RAM of hard disk? Is it a 200 GB disk and is there an issue for us for the installation? And are we installing on this one or not?
Should be okay. We will need 150
Okay.
for the
So
VSS.
anyone agrees or disagrees to that? That is, it's okay to have this size disk and our installation will go fine. Is this okay or is it not okay? This
I
thickness.
think we need to increase it.
Okay. Anyone else agreeing or disagreeing with that?
I think it should be okay.
Nobody caught the question. Nobody caught the question till now. Okay, so guys, we are this. What is this 200 GB? This is this dude here. We are not installing VCSA on a local disk-based data store. We're installing on a LAN-based data store. So that LAN-based data store is not going to show here. This is a local virtual hardware of this hypervisor. So this is just a local disk that actually just has the hypervisor installed, right? So that was just the main thing I wanted to prove here that the um, three LUNs are not going to show here in the local virtual hardware of the hypervisor. They're going to show when you power them on, then it will show that it's coming from Win01 remotely over the network too. So we're not installing VCSA on this one. It's a local disk, not a shared disk. Okay, anyway, we're still good here. And I'm just gonna power on now. Oh, why is it showing 4 GB? Did I not change it? Oh, I did not press OK then. What was the number there?
You can do 266,
26624.
yeah, 26616 or 26624.
26624, right? Okay. Thank you. And yeah, exactly 26 GB and press OK. I think I did not press OK. There you go. All right. So I'm just going to power it on quickly so we could start the action.
Professor?
Yep.
Yeah, I got an error like it's virtualized Intel VTX-EPT is not supported on this platform. Continue without virtualized Intel VTX-EPT. Yes or no? It's not
Any,
error. Yes.
No, no, you can know it's not going to work. It's because you check under the processor, you check the enable Intel VTX. Just uncheck it and you'll be
oh
good.
yeah.
That's the
For the new
problem we're
laptops,
having
that was
from
the
day
issue.
one.
Yeah, this is for newer laptops. So you have to shut down. If it is shut down, then uncheck it. If it is not shut down, then shut down the hypervisor one and uncheck that Intel VT.
It's not allowing me to do anything. Just
Yeah,
for
you have
now,
to
hit
shut down.
yes or no.
No. Click no and then shut down the machine.
Sir, he has to enable the virtualization from the boot menu, then uncheck that VTP option over there.
From the boot menu, it's already there because he has a Win01 already installed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
So in your case, it should be unchecked, this one. Okay, cool. So I am on my older desktop right now. That's why it's not giving me any error. And yes, others have already unchecked it a few classes ago, so that's why others also did not get that error. And this error is just anti-Windows till now so far what we have seen, but hopefully it's not anti-VMware as well for new laptops. I was not able to use my new laptop as well. So I hope there's a fix somewhere in VMware. VMware may have released that fix. Okay. So now you can see that 26 GB RAM given to the hypervisor, and it is thinking of starting again. You know, the more RAM we give, it tends to take, supposed to take less time, but it tends to take more time. Seriously, maybe your laptops are flying right now and mine is crawling. So,
It's same for us.
oh, okay. So it stopped at certain point here, then it's gonna jump from here. Okay, great. So while it is starting, we don't need to really see the ice melting. Our plan now is that once this RAM temporary RAM change is done and the machines started, then we can go for the next steps, and those are well, I'll just put that title here as Vcsa Installation. So we're going to on Win01 attach the ISO of VCSA. I mean, the ISO has in its name the word VCSA and the one that I asked you to install or download last time. So that ISO on Win01 it has ISO VCSA to the CD DVD of Win01 virtual virtual machine, and then go to DVD drive in Windows Explorer, and when you have to go through the first and start it. So I'm just going to say start it, but I'm going to show you it's not straightforward. You have to go to a certain folder, and then inside certain folder, and then the file that we want to start will be there. So drive Windows Explorer and start the installation of VCSA, and that's a remote installation, as I explained before as well. Start the remote installation of VCSA So on ESXi1 hypervisor, it can be installed on 2 and 3 as well, or any hypervisor for that matter. But we have allocated VCSA1 as the hypervisor for this machine, because we're not going to be doing a lot of experimentation on understanding the advanced features on ESXi1. We're going to be doing those experiments like let's check by shutting down this if this feature works or not, or shut down this one, or restart this one, or restart that one. So if this restarts, obviously it takes down the vCenter with it. So we don't want this one to be restarted. The vCenter virtual machine is running on top of this hypervisor. So we're gonna keep it running. In a production environment, how does it work then? Suppose in production environment, this hypervisor fully goes down, crashes for some reason. So it takes down this virtual machine with it. And through this virtual machine, we are actually handling the whole environment. We're managing the whole environment centrally. So then what are the steps we could take to make it highly available? So even if this hypervisor goes down, then the vCenter still should be available and highly available. Like even the whole hypervisor that it was running on has crashed. This vCenter service should still be available. Yes, so that is also something VMware has thought about, and it's called native high availability. To keep VCSA appliance highly available, VMware offers native feature called native high availability, right? So that native high availability feature lets how does it work? Because I'm talking about that, and this question always comes up that, hey, if this hypervisor goes down, it takes down our most important, vCenter or software, and then how could we centrally manage the whole environment if this appliance is down? So you must remember that there's this native high availability service or feature that is available for the vCenter specifically, right? And how does it work? Since we're talking about that, and obviously uh, we need to know now because we're talking about that. So how does it work? I'm just going to quickly define that, explain that here. For native high availability, you need 3 hypervisors just for the native high availability, right? So this means it's available. It is doable in a big environment. And then these 3 hypervisors, suppose these are ESXi 10, we don't have those. ESXi 11, ESXi 12, suppose it's a big environment or bigger than ours, and they have more hypervisors. So you have to have the VCSA installed here, and that is the active one. Then its standby VCSA will be installed on another hardware. Obviously, we're saving it from the hardware failure. And then there is the third VCSA called um, the witness VCSA. So the first VCSA would be the active VCSA. Whenever we hear the word active passive, the active just means that all the real action, the production environment tasks are happening here in the active VCSA. All the clients or customers or users or administrators are connecting here, while the passive VCSA is normally taking a backup of whatever active is doing. Passive, we can say standby, we can say the standby VCSA just takes a backup. So whatever is going on here, it's being backed up. And there are this is also called synchronization. So it's not really backup. Like backup is another feature that can take a backup of your data for long term. Here we call it synchronization because live it is synchronizing this. So there's a synchronization, and then there is asynchronization. So what are these two? Synchronization is like same time copying or update. So we can also call it same time update. So there are changes happening here. Same time, those changes are being copied here as well. So that's and it takes obviously takes more bandwidth because it's same time replication. Asynchronous, okay, synchronous replication and asynchronous. Yeah, so I was just thinking that, hey, there's another word for that, synchronization. So synchronization happens, and what kind of synchronization happens? That is called synchronous replication. Replicate just means make a copy of that across another machine. So this is synchronous replication, and then there is that asynchronous replication, which is delay in copying happens on when uh, does not take more bandwidth. Okay, for the above, there's more benefits. Same time update takes more bandwidth, happens on LAN because LAN or local area network offers highest speeds, right? WAN is wide area network, so over the internet across the ISP hubs or ISP towers, right? Telecom towers, data traveling. So it takes time. It's not as fast as LAN. Happens on LAN, offers zero downtime. That's the main thing about it, that it offers zero downtime. There is no downtime when disaster does strike. If the active VCSA, if the ESXi 10 hypervisor crashes for some reason, or the active VCSA virtual machine itself has some issue and it crashes, so the services are in a few seconds transferred to this machine. Passive or standby becomes the new active VCSA, and all the user connections, application connections, whatever connections were happening here are also redirected to this new active VCSA here. And that is because of synchronous replication that you're able to do that. And but it takes a lot of bandwidth. Obviously, the opposite of that would be does not take more bandwidth, so does not offer zero downtime. So you must be having what course are you getting from that other instructor, the Linux instructor? Is it AWS Cloud or Azure Cloud?
Azure Cloud.
Oh, okay. So they used to teach AWS, now they're teaching Azure, which is good because there are more jobs in, our North America and especially in GTA market, more jobs for Azure. Okay. Anyway, so across the regions, you must be all listening to Azure lectures as well, obviously, and understanding. So cross-region replication goes on East US, West US, right? So those are doing asynchronous replication. There's a delay in copying. So first it gets copied here, then after a few seconds it gets copied here as well. So obviously it cannot offer then zero downtime. There will be a downtime then, and data loss as well. So zero downtime above and zero data loss, and zero downtime for users. It's not downtime, it's a zero downtime for users and zero data loss. And here there's does not offer zero downtime, so there will be a downtime. If it crashes, data will be not available, and there will be data loss as well. Some data will be lost because whatever was traveling is going to be lost. So here, these are the differences between synchronous replication and asynchronous replication. So you should remember these, and in the interview, you should be able to explain the differences between the two. And then we did mention about this. What's the third one for? So third one is for witness Vcsa. What is that? So witness is the one that sends or keep sending heartbeats to the passive as well as the active active VCSA. So witness keeps asking, are you live? Per second. That is per second heartbeats. Are you live? Are you live? Are you live? Are you live? So if it does not receive are you live heartbeat packets from active for 2 consecutive seconds or 3 consecutive seconds, then it just simply tells, hey, you're on, you're the active now, fail over, right? So that's what witness does. It just keeps an eye on both, and if active is not there, witness tells the passive, you're supposed to be now active one. Suppose the witness one also goes down, then, and if the active one also goes down, passive has no way to know that, active is down and I'm supposed to be that new active now. It does not fail over if the witness VCSA is not in communication with the active hypervisor or active VCSA, right? So that is called native high availability. And yes, so this means that, yes, if you deploy the virtual machine on a hypervisor, there is a highly available or high availability solution for the VCSA itself. Otherwise, if the hypervisor goes down where the VCSA is living, then obviously you can't really connect with that VCSA, and then you cannot handle or manage the whole environment remotely, right? So that is the discussion for native high availability. Let's go back to our installing our first hypervisor or first VCSA instance. Also, this native high availability actually requires minimum 16 GB RAM here, 16 here, and 16 here. So you're already even out of 32 GB RAM. So even if you have 32 GB RAM, you can't it's very challenging to have this lab done. Then so you can then imagine that in production environments you must have very good hardware to do this lab, right? So I'm going to go ahead and take a screenshot of this, and this is just a discussion of native high availability that you must remember for the interview as well as for the job. Okay, I'm just going to go back to what we were doing, and that is then go to the DVD. So that's our next step. I hope our hypervisor is on. Yep, it's loaded. And Win01, I'm going to go there, and then I'll just log into this machine. What I need to do is I am connected to Esxi 1 right now. Well, I'm going to click proceed. I do not need to connect to Esxi 2 and 3. They're down. So I'm going to just connect. So go ahead and connect remotely to this. Although we're about to install VCSA from Win01 remotely over the network to ESXi1 hypervisor, right? So we're just remotely connecting to ESXi1, just saying hello, hi, how are you, everything okay? And these three ones are showing there, which is okay. So just to check everything, it's okay. And I'm going to minimize this because now we're going to be doing the installation. So what is our next step in as per the diagram? So here, now let's connect to Win01, and you must have downloaded that VCSA file. So let's attach that VCSA file to the ISO file to the CD DVD of Win01, and then go inside that. So I'm just going to do that. I'll go here, and first I'm going to check here. I'm going to minimize the VMware Workstation because I need to go to my desktop and check where's that VCSA file that I downloaded last week. So I'm going to open that, and yep, that's the Vmvisor, but I'll just right click and open file location. Yep, it's there. So I'll just copy that folder path because I need to give that path to the CD DVD of the Win01 virtual machine. So I have copied that because I need to put this VM. So VMware dash VMvisor dash installer. So if the word VMvisor is there, that's the file that's where we're going to be attaching to Win01. Randall?
Professor, please can
Yep.
you repeat this time the command promote?
Command prompt?
Command promote, yeah.
No, did you download this VMvisor? Do you see this file in your laptop?
Oh
So
yes, I have.
only
I have, but in my Windows, like not in hypervisor. Sorry,
Yes, sir.
not in
Can
the
you quick,
VMware. I mean,
can you quickly share the link again,
the link,
please?
please, because we just for me, I just downloaded the VCSA actually, not the Vmvisor.
Last week I gave that a link and what happened? Okay, so I'll just share that again. So not everyone downloaded. I mentioned that very specifically. So VCSA, I'll just share the link again.
I shared the link to in the WhatsApp group.
Oh, okay. Right now? No, okay.
Yogesh,
Oh,
you
in
shared the
the
link in the Humber group. Share it on the cloud group so that everyone
okay,
can.
one second.
Sure.
It's already there, and it's here in WhatsApp as well as VCSA. So, can you tell me in the chat how many don't have it? So you can just say I don't or I do. Just don't say I do 3 times. Oh, just one time. So I do. Okay. So there are I do's happening here. Dun, 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 dun.
So what if you have it on the Win01 machine download? Is it okay there?
Which is okay. Hey, I'm hearing my. Okay, so here, if you've downloaded on inside Win01, then you still need to mount it. So right click inside Win01, that ISO, on top of that ISO, right click, and there should be a mount option. Just click that mount option, and it should mount to the CD DVD automatically. Then it's okay.
Okay, no problem.
Cool. So there, Palak
Second,
says, Suresh says, Chaudhary, Meher. Yeah.
the link you just shared is for the VCSA, that's 7 gig. You are
Yes.
in your folder. You have also shown the Vmvisor.
So
Well,
we
this
are
is the
supposed to install VCSA.
no. Yes, the VCSA. Okay, we have it. But you were saying you will copy all the 3 files that you have. Do we need it also, or we only need the VCSA?
So I am opening it and
If you go in your
oh, it just takes me directly. If there are other files, then later you can download that. But right now we need VCSA.
okay, then fine.
Cool. Okay.
This link
So
is only for the VCSA actually.
yeah, and that is good. Yep, that's what we really need now. So Palak, Suresh, Chaudhary, Meher, Pragnesh, Mohammed, Yavling, Nase, Simchana.
Professor,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm not able to download this file in hypervisor. So how can I transfer that file from my PC to this Win01?
You cannot download in the hyper. Well, right now, is it in your laptop or desktop?
Yes, desktop, yes.
Yeah, so I
But
haven't
it's in
gone to the next
VMware.
step. Yep. So you can wait for us right now.
Okay.
You're asking the next step,
So
which we
it's
haven't done.
that's okay, right? I don't need to download it in VMware.
No, because you already downloaded it last week, so yeah, you don't have to.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, welcome. Okay, so oh, mm, Evelyn says I do not and is downloading for me. Moise says I do have it. Leonard says downloading. Taiwo I do. SMRA4 downloaded. Okay, so how many are still downloading? Is it ding or did? So if it's ding, just you can put ding, and so it's did, then it's good. So I think majority are did, but minority are not dead. Did dead DED, and ding is yeah. So I think two are ding still. Okay, there you go. Baba says ding, and Leonard is ding, right? And also Evelyn ding. So ding ding. Yeah, there you go. That's not good. Why are you dinging? Like you should have been did. I
I just need downloading it. I downloaded it already.
Oh, that's good. Oh, Leonardo downloaded. So that's good. Okay, so hey, you're saying ding. Okay. Anyway, you should change that ding to that did. All right. So okay. Yeah. It's DED, but it's okay. It will work. DID will also work. Okay, guys, so let's carry on. While there's a ding going on, so what's the next step? Actually, I need to show you. Well, go ahead and copy that, like map it to the CD DVD. You don't have to really copy the ISO inside Win01. Those who did, you can just map it, mount it to the CD DVD. Those who have already downloaded it, so I have this already downloaded. So I'm gonna copy the path. I'm gonna go to Win01. In Win01, I am going to right click and go to settings, right? Because I need to go to CD DVD and I need to click browse there and then go to this path and just double click it to map that ISO to the DVD of Win01. All right, so did and settings. I'm just going to go for Win01 settings. Then I'm going for CD DVD. There you go. Just change this. Let's go to browse here, and I've already copied the path. So just go to the path and double click and select. There you go. VMvisor. Oof, not VMvisor. VCSA. So I'm just going to double click VCSA here and press O and K. All right or all wrong? Okay, all right.
Professor, can you wait for a second, please?
Okay, second is over. So as I was, yeah, you said second, right?
I mean, few minutes, please.
2 seconds. Look, if the internet is slow, then you have
Sorry,
to
sorry,
follow the video.
sorry, Professor. Where we are attaching? Please, can you repeat?
Oh, okay. So it's downloaded. Click
So
settings on Win01 and
okay.
then CD DVD. Then just simply browse to wherever it was downloaded and double click there so it will appear here. Yeah, that's the step for this.
Yeah.
And
those
I'm okay.
who mounted.
yes. So if you have it inside, then you right click that ISO and it will have a mount option. Just click that mount and it should automatically connect to your DVD of this Win01 virtual machine. Right?
Yeah,
So
it's done.
okay, that's very good. Okay, guys, so I'm going to go to the yellow folder or file explorer here, and I'm going to go to this PC, and you see this DVD drive D, and it should say VMware VCSA. If it doesn't say that, then obviously it's not mounted. It should say VMware VCSA. So we're going to go inside this. I'm going to double click that. And there are still more folders. So we're going to go inside one of the folders. And I'm going to go to the VCSA UI or user interface installer. I'm going to double click the VCSA UI installer. Then are you installing from Linux? Are you installing from Mac? Or are you installing from Windows Win32? So we're all installing from Windows, so we're going to go inside Win32. And then that's it. So we have the installer file here, and that's what we need to double click. Ready? So double click that. And this is how it's gonna show, right? Then I just close this. So we don't need that.
So, Sayed, can you repeat this the current step after mounting what you did?
So did you open the yellow folder?
Yes.
And then go here,
Yeah.
this, and click this, double click this.
This PC, okay. Yeah, double click on it, yeah.
Then you should see this.
Yes.
And click this.
Vcsa, yeah.
And then click this.
Win32, yeah.
And this, double click this.
Installer, okay.
All right, cool. All right, so you should all be seeing this, right? Okay. Now, and make sure obviously those two hypervisors are showing this, equal sign, the vertical one. So they should not be powered on. Okay, anyway, so here, obviously we can install a new installation, so it's going to be installed, but there's upgrade if you have an older version like 6.7, 6.5, 6.0, then you can upgrade from there as well. And then there is migrate. So anyone knows what's the difference between upgrade and migrate?
Upgrade is when you are upgrading from one virtual, VMware version to another one, and migrating, like, I think you are migrating from a different application.
Different application.
Maybe not application, maybe some different software or something.
Migration
I say different location.
Device.
I think migrating is just moving it from maybe on-prem to cloud or something. I don't know.
Okay.
From my opinion, like we are installing a new phone and we are migrating everything in the new phone, like shifting everything.
Phone.
No.
Okay.
So migration would be, I would say, wherever your data is hosting, you are migrating your data from one server to another or one place to another.
And upgrade.
Upgrade is, you have a software, you want some modification on it, you push updates for that.
Okay, and Moise says migration is move from one location to another. Yes, and then what is upgrade then? Moise.
From a version or lesser version to a more recent one, for example. Like
Yeah, so
Vcenter 6, for example, the 6 version 6 to version 7. That is an upgrade.
upgrades to improve on repositories. Okay, guys, so the difference is pretty basic, kind of. So the thing is that if you are migrate version up level on same location, Mihir says, Leonard says upgrade is to improve on repositories, Suresh says new updates, Moise says migration is moved from one location. So yes, migration is when you had to change the underlying location, and it's a new location, so it could be hardware that is, suppose it's a slow one, hardware where you have currently the application, and then there's the newer hardware is much faster and better. So you are actually going away from leaving the application, and the application is being installed. That will be migration. Upgradation is you don't change the hardware. So suppose you already purchased hardware. When you were purchasing, it was, you saw you had in mind that it's going to be useful for 2 to 3 years or 5 years. So you spent a lot of money already, and then you installed an application. Now that application needs to be upgraded to a newer application that has newer hardware requirement. But this hardware is so good that you're installing the newer application on the same hardware here. You're not changing the hardware or the actual location. So that is also called in place. So it's not going away or moving away from the current location or hardware. So it's going to be then called upgrade. If it has to move away from the current location or hardware, then it's called migration. So upgrade would be in place, same hardware that you're doing this. Okay, so obviously we're actually doing an installation remotely, which has nothing to do with upgrade and migrate because it's a fresh installation. But since the options were there, so that's why I asked. And restore, obviously, if you took a backup of just the vCenter itself, because that has pretty much everything that we need, because it's running the whole show, centrally managing the whole environment. So when we would be regularly taking a backup of that. But if you want to restore from that backup only the vCenter configuration, then you can restore from here. Okay, so we're gonna start the install process. We're gonna click this install and initiate the process of installation of vCenter. We're gonna be extra careful here. And this is the first screen that comes. It's a two-stage installation. Stage 1 deploys the vCenter server, and stage 2 sets up the vCenter server. So first is the deployment of the file. Second is the setting up the file of the application. Okay, so it just says that, and installing the vCenter is a two-stage process. The first stage involves deploying a new vCenter server to the target Esxi host. And we know that our target is Esxi1, or a compute resource in the target vCenter server. The second stage completes the setup of the deployed vCenter server. Okay, let's click the next. I'm clicking next here. And then, yeah, accept the license agreement. Next. Okay, so you just have to put the correct information. Obviously, so now what are we putting here? ESXi host or vCenter server. So which hypervisor are we remotely deploying it to? So as we already configured it, so we're deploying it on ESXi one. So either we can put the whole DNS name here, or better, for the lab environment, we're going to be putting its IP there. So suppose there's a DNS issue here, DNS is not available, then we can't really remotely install on a hypervisor. And remote installation is a very crucial process. Once we install it, then we can explore all the advanced features. So we don't want any surprises during this long installation. So what we can do is we're going to be putting just the correct IP, 192.168.200. Oh, did I put dot? 192.168 dot 200 dot and 1. So this is the ESXi 1 to which remotely we're deploying the VCSA vCenter server appliance. Yes, the HTTPS port would be 443, and the password to this hypervisor, the username is root, and the password is whatever password you give during the installation of the hypervisor, which is small abc, capital ABC, shape 1, 2, 3 in my case. So the way you were remotely connecting through Google, that's the same username password you're going to give here as well. And click next. It says that, oh, are you sure? And there's no security certificate for this, or this is the security certificate ID for that, or number for that, address for that. So if we're sitting here, right? So if I go to this ESXi1, and you can also see that it's ending with 2AAD33. Yours might be different, but mine is the SHA-1 thumbprint for self-signed certificate, security certificate, that tells us that should we trust a server or not. So 2AAD33. If I go there, and just to show you, you don't really need to follow. You can just see here as well. Oh man. Oh, FNF2. If I go there, small application 3, Untitled, and then I'll just go down to this view system information, control alt, release amount. So you can see 2A AD33, right? So yes, this is the hypervisor to which we're installing it, just saying, hey, this is the SSL thumbprint, is it the same or not? So yes, we confirm it is the same. So I'm just gonna go back here to AAD33. So that's the place where you're supposed to check it if you want to check it. So I'm just gonna press yes. All right, so set up vCenter server virtual machine. So it's just saying that, oh, we're deploying a vCenter server virtual machine. This is the virtual machine that we're deploying over the network to this Esxi. So what is the password for this virtual machine inside which our most important application will be living? So I'm going to go ahead and put the class password, small abc, capital ABC, shift123. Without shift123, it does require complex passwords. It's a very critical virtual machine. So once that has been put in, then I'm going to click next. Okay, so select deployment size. Remember that I was saying that our deployment will be tiny deployment size, but if I click that, so there's tiny, small, medium, large, extra large, right? So this, then it says here, tiny just needs two vCPUs. So our machine, we have given two vCPUs here through the hypervisor, this hypervisor, and then 12 GB RAM, minimum 12 GB RAM. Yes, we have given more than that or just that. And then actually the storage is not 150, sorry about that. It's 463. So this means I need to quickly check it. It's 463 here. And we still beat that because ours is 500 GB software storage. So minimum storage for tiny installation is 463. I don't know where I was getting this 150 from. Maybe teaching multiple courses, so mixing the values. Okay, so here, yeah, once it is, so we still have 500 GB, right? We do, right? So when we are connected from this, so if I go for E6A1 settings, the hard disk will not show here. It will because we added the three hard disks here in VC1. So yeah, 500 GB hard disks that we later shared over the network as iSCSI disks. So the size is 500, so it's still more than what we need. And then yes, if it is tiny installation, it supports up to 10 hosts and 100 virtual machines. That's the minimum environment. We still have three hosts, three hypervisors, but hosts mean hypervisors, right? And 100 virtual machines. So small needs 4 vCPUs, 19 GB RAM, 528 GB disk, and 100 hosts and 1000 VMs. Medium supports 8 vCPUs, 28 GB RAM, 748 GB minimum storage, and supports up to 400 hosts, 4000 VMs. Large 16 vCPUs, 37 RAM, GB RAMs, 113, 1113 storage minimum, 1000 hosts and 10,000 virtual machines and extra large. 24 vCPUs, 56 GB RAM minimum, 1853 storage, and 2000 hosts. We have just three hosts, right? It supports up to 2000 hosts and 35,000 whopping virtual machines. So the environments of some of the companies are that can go up to that. Okay, so this we will stick to tiny one and click next. All right, so this is software SAN related storages, data stores that we are seeing here now, and any of the data store is okay because they're all pretty much same size, 499, 499, 499. For no particular reason, I'm going to go for LON 1. If you select 2 or 3, it's pretty much the same thing. I'm just going to go for 1, and definitely,
Sorry,
yeah.
sorry, Professor, you just
Mhm.
selected tiny and hit next, right? And
Mhm.
storage size default.
No, default. Yeah, storage size default. Yes, yes.
So you
In the
didn't
back
change
page.
anything, right?
It's this. Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. And then W1, DS1, 1, we're going to select that. For no particular reason, we could select 2 or 3 as well. Okay, so other than that, enable thin disk mode, we select that. And we don't have a vSAN, so we cannot select that. And it's an upcoming topic. So on this page, yeah, that's it. And then we click next. Now it is asking for the configuration or the IP or settings, network settings of this particular virtual machine. So what's the IP you want to give there to this virtual machine? And what's the gateway? What's the DNS to this virtual machine that will host our most important application called Vcenter? So so I'm going to go ahead and now, guys, here we have to be very careful. We're gonna be giving a name to this virtual machine. So it would be fully qualified domain name, right? FQDN. What is a fully qualified domain name? Machine name plus the domain name. Oh, so what is our domain name? If I go down here, oh, not here. If I go down to server manager, because I need to open DNS console right now. Server manager, on the top right, there's tools. Then there is DNS. So just showing you there the fully qualified domain name. There's no change I'm going to do here. But yes, actually, I'm about to do a change later as well. So what is the fully qualified domain name? If I just go for double click any of the A record here. So this is the fully qualified domain name. So this much is the machine name and this much is the domain name. But I came here to actually copy the domain name. That's one thing. So I'm just going to copy the domain name, whatever the domain name is there. Your domain name obviously would be different. If you remember that, then go ahead. Otherwise, you can just come back here and copy. And I'm going to go back there. And I need to give a machine name, some name to this virtual machine. So VCSA1, Control V. So the domain name is here. Make sure VCSA1 dot your domain name, your first name, dot local. No mistakes, right? Check the dot, check everything. And the dot, yeah.
Sir, could you run that one more time for the domain name?
Yeah, it's this one.
It's tiny. I'm not seeing. I'm not sure
Okay.
why it's so small.
So students have been saying that do the magnification from your side.
But when I do it, just gets out the screen, and then I can't see some of the stuff that you're doing. So.
Oh, then you have to. Okay. So here, server manager. Well, basically, the domain name is just your first name hum.local. You don't really have to go that long. But if you see the suitcase sign, the gray suitcase there, you can click that. That's the server manager. And then you have to go to local server. I'm giving you a shortcut here. So local server in the server manager, if you see that, then on the right side, you see the domain name. So that's the domain name you need to copy. You get that?
Local server, so the domain name is right there.
Yeah, so just the domain name we need to copy from here. So you can just click that and just copy the domain name portion of that. Once you copy, go down to the green button again where we are configuring and just paste that domain name. Make sure there are not two dots. And before the domain name, you have to give a name from your side, which is vcsa1 dot your first name hump.local. Okay, so IP address, guys, we need to give this new machine a new IP, the IP that has never been used in this particular network of yours. So I think 5 I'm gonna check from DNS if DNS is already open here, at how many IPs have been used. So 10, 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4 is not used, 5 is not used, up to 9 has not been used, and then after 11 up to 255 have not been used. Right? So many IPs have not been used. So I'm going to give
Can you
4
please
here.
show me where did you check it from?
Oh, I'm showing that, but you don't have to follow. You can just put 4 there. Right? So guys, sometimes I'm just showing things, so I'm going faster. You don't have to follow that. Because then we waste time just going there and then doing nothing, right? So just to you should understand where I'm going, but or why what I'm showing there. You don't have to follow that because I didn't make any change there, right? So 192.168, go ahead, guys. You can follow me with this 200.4. Yeah, you were saying?
Is there a space in the domain name for the VCSA one?
No, there's a dot. VCSA1 dot your first name dot local, no space. Okay. And then there's 192.168.204. So everyone should be just going for 200.4. Because if you should be strictly following what I'm doing and whatever IP addressing I've given, you should strictly have that IP address. So then it's okay. If you have been giving your own IP addresses from the start, then yeah, check yourself which IP address you've given. If you're following me, then good, go ahead. 200.4 is okay. Ready?
For me, my IP address was 50, so I should do 54 as the next one.
Your IP address was 54. Which machine?
My hypervisor was 51, 50, 51, and 52.
Oh, okay. Then 54. Yeah. Whichever IP is not being used till now, yeah, go for that.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. The next available would be the good idea. Okay. So 255.255.255.0. So that's the subnet mask. It's always majority of the time it's same.
What if you put 24 there?
34.
24.
I put 4 here.
No. I'm talking about the subnet mask because it's written subnet mask or prefix length.
Yeah. So 255.255.255.0 is okay. But we don't have to put /24 because we can put /24 here as well, but it accepts this one as well. So we can just put. You can also put /24 if you want. So it works. So that's why I'm putting that. And then 192.168.200.10. 10 is the IP of the first machine. We're pretending that the first machine is also our gateway, although it is not. And we don't have a gateway device. We're just pretending that we have a gateway because we have to give some kind of pingable gateway IP. So 192.168.200.10, and then DNS. Obviously, DNS also lives on the 210 machine. So 192.168.200.10. And so this is the configuration. This is very, very important configuration. And first we take a screenshot of this. That will be our screenshot number 1. But do not click next because we're going to be creating a record for this machine. So we could install this machine by name. So first we gave the information that it needed. We take a screenshot after that. Then we create a record in DNS for this same machine. So we don't go next, right? Okay, so screenshot number 1, IP configuration of VCSA1 is the label name, not the screenshot name. Take your own lab screenshot. If you're following me, if you're not following me, then take a screenshot of my screen and then later change it with your screenshot when you follow the video. All right, I've taken a screenshot here. and the label is IP configuration screenshot 1, that is, and that is IP configuration of VCSA 1. IP configuration of IP configuration of VCSA 1. Control S. All right, so that's the first screenshot of the day, and then we take a screenshot of the screenshot, and I put it in
Sorry.
WhatsApp
Hello.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I can take a screenshot of full screen, like lab name Win01 and then
You cannot take a screenshot of the full screen. Is that the question? Or you want to take a
yeah,
screenshot of
yeah.
my screen?
No, of
Your
my screen. Full means Win01 and then
oh
yes,
no,
yes, yeah.
you can take a screenshot of just this window as well. So it's okay. Just take a screenshot of this.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Cool. All right. All right, guys. So first we took the screenshot, right? And second thing is we're gonna carefully create a record of exactly this information. What is an A record in DNS? It's the name of the machine, the fully qualified name of a machine, this one, and the correct IP of the machine. That is called a record in DNS. FQDN or fully qualified name of the machine, IP of the machine. So let's create that while this window is open. We're going to be creating an A record. How do we do that? We have to go to DNS, right? Oh, where is DNS? So, well, it is actually open here, but now, since now you have to follow, so I'll just go back and first I'll close the DNS. And so you have to click this, which is Server Manager. This, it's called Server Manager, gray suitcase, briefcase. Click that, Server Manager comes, then go to the top right, like Aziz, to the tools, and click DNS. Server Manager, Tools, DNS. Once you open DNS, now we have created before A records as well, so it should not be a big deal now for you. So we're gonna just expand the server name of the DNS, then we're gonna expand the forward lookup zone of the DNS, then we're going to click your first name humb.local. Once we click that, so on the right side you will see all the A records, which is just machine name and their IP addresses. So I'm just going to right click here, there, right? Right click here, and then go down to new host A or AA, right? We're going to create one more A record. So we could do the installation of the VCSA by name. Name is, we're just going to type the name of the machine, not the fully qualified domain name, or we're not going to type the domain name, we're just going to type the name, which is VCSA1. Remember, that's what we gave there. It automatically populates the name here with the domain name, so we don't have to populate that, right? And IP address, I hope you all remember that, 192.168.200.4, or whatever IP you gave there, you can put that. Right?
It should be same name which is given to the VCA installation.
Exactly. So see this? Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
This
yeah.
name and this IP. Yep.
All right.
Cool. Okay. If it's exactly this name, right? So VCSA dot, yep. So just put VCSA on top here. If everything is okay, yeah, everything okay. Then make sure this create associated pointer record is, or PTR record is there as well. Right? Hey, one student missing here today. Who was this? One or two students are missing. Okay. So VCSA 1, 192.168.200.4 and click add host. Right? So then VCSA, yep.
My option is grayed out there. I don't know why.
For
the add host, option is grayed out.
oh, okay, fine. Yeah, so who's saying options grayed out? And can you right click, can you close everything, not everything, just the DNS, and then right click like this,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
what I did.
click here. So then you have to put VCSA on the top here, name,
Yes.
VCSA 1,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then just the IP here,
Yeah.
and click here, create associated pointer record, and it's still grayed out?
Oh, now it's not. Okay. I don't know why
Okay.
it was before, but now okay.
Okay, that's good. All right. So once you click add host, guys, this is very, very important because the installation is like 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and hopefully everyone's installation goes well. But if it does not go well, then you have to start the reinstallation. You have to do the reinstallation. And the problem with that is you just have to come back, either remove the A record here and pointer record, or if you had to do the installation again, then the steps are same, but you have to just put VCSA2 and IP address would be the next one, 200.5, right? If you had to do the installation again. And better if your installation was not good, then wait for the video, because then obviously it will be too many steps to tell. So then hopefully everyone's installation is successful. So once that is done, I'm just going to cancel this or close this because VCSA 1 record is added here, 192.168.204, and just click, yeah.
Just please wanted to know what would have been the I would say the results or the consequence, if I can say it like that, if we had launched the installation with the records already added on the forward lookup zone. Because you are saying if, for example, the installation has an issue, we'll come back and enter or yes, add a new record like VCSA2.
Yeah, it's going to just say that this host already is present. So it's not going to let you go ahead. Either you come back here and delete this from forward lookup zone and go to reverse lookup zone and delete this from reverse lookup zone and then exactly give the same name. Otherwise, some students don't know then what are the steps to do that. So that's why I'm saying that just go for VCSA 2 and 200.5 and it's going to let you go ahead and install because it will be a new name. And if you give the same name without deleting it here, then it's going to not let you go ahead. It's going to say this already exists.
A bit weird. Okay.
Cool. So either remember how to delete a record and pointer record, or just give the new record a new name. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I was saying that students are missing here. So yeah. Okay. So France is Ushmita is missing. I think Navdeep is also missing. Two students are missing, right? All right. So let us go ahead and so 192.168.200.4. Now, guys, did I do that refresh? So click this name and just refresh only a few thousand times, right? Very few thousand times. Okay, once you do that, now we don't need DNS. If everything was okay, the spellings are correct, and the dot was lowercase, not the uppercase. Okay, just kidding. So then we're good, right? And let's go ahead. And now we're gonna go ahead next. I'm always scared to death when I start that I hope the installation goes well and it doesn't just stop in the middle. Okay, so this is the summary of that, and let's click finish and see you on the other side and take the break as well. And it's going to be two-stage installation, guys. It's not going to be one stage. So wait on the second stage start or first stage end. Wait for it.
There actually,
Oh,
I see
now
in
you
your
said that
database.
I just click finish.
Uh,
Okay, yeah, you were
no,
saying?
I see that.
Okay.
What I have seen in my computer, which is the data store, disk mode is thick, and in your system, it show the thin.
Like I had to select the thin provision. Did you select the thin provision?
Yeah, the third one, right? The third one option.
Yeah, third one was DS1, 1 DS1. Did you select that? Or did you select the data store 1 option?
So can I go back and just make sure?
Do you have the previous button showing there?
Yeah, yeah, that
Okay,
back option is
back
there.
button. Then yes, go back and check, and you can share a screenshot or share the screen, because now I'm just waiting for the installation to happen.
So, sir, can we go for a break now?
Oh yes. So guys, let's connect at 8:16, 8:26, 8:36.
Thank you,
Okay,
Professor.
8:36 we connect. All right.
It should be thick or thin.
Thin.
Thin,
Thin.
but it's showing only thick.
How is that possible? Are you connecting? Did you click the DS1 or
Oh yeah,
Vcsa?
I didn't. Yes, I didn't enable the thin thing. Yeah, got it
Oh,
now.
okay, good. Cool. My guys, 8:36. Oh, no, it's 8:17, so 8:37.
Thank you.
Well,
Professor, let's do a round figure 840.
yeah, there's a bargain going on. So, okay, 8:40. Muting and pausing. Resume. And I hope it's working. Like, I'll just Control or delete and log in again. Oh, thank you. Well, it's the stage 1 that was completed.
The mine says task failed, VTX error.
Oh, did you take a screenshot?
Not yet.
Okay, you have to take a screenshot, and it's VTX error. Oh,
It's not mine. It's not finished yet. 54%.
okay. Anyone done? You can just put done there in the chat. Here says done, was done. There's a lot of duns and not in done.
So we
There are
should take
some done.
this screenshot, sir.
Okay. Yes, we need to take a screenshot number 2. Stage 1 completed. VCSA stage 1 completed. We need to take a screenshot of this. Paula, Centina, Mohammed, Pragnage are done. Okay, so we have done the not and done here, but Files is done. Okay, so we're gonna take a screenshot here, and there's a error that Farhan has shared. It says okay, so this is the error, and you have to turn to the right side. Intel VT does not support Intel VTX. Oh, so it was checked, Intel VTX, Farhan, in your machine?
I do not know. Let me check, sir. No, it was not checked. It was unchecked.
Anyone else got this? Because I think majority of us unchecked it.
My screen is frozen, Professor.
Ooh, wow. So Intel VTX error, guys, hopefully you know, well, No, like Farhan, which machine did you right click and check the processor setting off? Win01?
Win server.
No, it's ESXi1 on which it is being installed. So you have to go and check.
I have checked both.
Okay. So both have Intel VTX unchecked.
Yes.
Oh. And so it says screen is frozen. Well, if this is the case, then everyone who have so there are so many who are saying done, but we still have no, it's not so many, it's like 6 or 7. Anyone else got this Intel VTX error during the installation of stage 1? So Farhan, for the processor, there were 3 checkboxes there. So any of them?
They are all unchecked. I'll just send you another screenshot.
And for Win01 as well as Esxi1 both, right?
Yes, both.
Okay.
I'll send you the screenshots. No worries.
Okay, so yeah, they are unchecked. Intel VTX. So this means that if you enable it and then try again, Farhan.
If I enable it, I won't be able to run the Windows server.
Windows server? No,
I
you
mean,
have to enable it on Esxi1.
Okay, if I turn it on, just give me a sec.
You have to shut down
I
Esxi1.
have to shut it down.
Okay.
Then redo it, right?
Yes. So redoing step is that either delete the records or just create a new one. Esxi2
Okay.
and 200.5. Okay, guys, so we don't have a lot of time and we still need to go ahead. So we have to take screenshot quickly and go ahead. So we could complete it today and have that video available for those who will be following. So screenshot 2, VCSA stage 1 completed is the name. Screenshot 2, VCSA stage 1 complete, stage 1 completed, yeah. Screenshot 2, just put that screenshot here.
Officer, I've just taken your screenshot, so I'll attach that one to the when I submit it.
Yeah. VCSA 1 stage 1 completed. Actually, it's not VCSA 1 machine name, it's just the VCSA application itself. VCSA stage 1 completed. All right. And I'll take a screenshot of the screenshot. Oh, okay. So mine's stuck at 80%. Polaria says, and NASA says done. Suresh says screen is frozen. Frozen. Suresh, let it still go. Maybe the screen unfreezes after a while, or maybe it won't unfreeze. Then you have to just give it maybe 15 minutes more and then 1.5. And then you have to shut down the laptop.
Professor, if I check the VTX on the ESXi, it won't run.
When you check it and then start the ESXi, it does not start.
It doesn't run.
Oh man, both ways. And how come only you got this? Because last time many got it. Are you doing something different?
No, I was exactly what we were doing.
So the only other thing remaining is your hardware is something that VMware did not like. Is by any chance you have an idea that your hardware is the same with any other student's hardware?
No, I am using an Alienware, which is basically Dell, so should not be anything different.
Yeah, no, none of the students would have it then. Those who got it from Humber as well would not have it. Oh, so this machine itself is giving even more problems. Alienware, if you've got the newer version, otherwise older versions are all working with VMware.
Yeah, I got the newer version.
Mm-hmm. So it's VMware is not really liking that hardware. That
But
is.
it's Dell, right? Alienware is Dell.
Dell. Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's all about, I think it's something to do with newer chipset features in processor that are really in conflict with VMware. And on VMware site, I'm sure there would be some community. Okay, you put that error. I'll try to check it again on VMware community site and Google, obviously. That I'm sure there must be a fix. We're not able to find it. There has to be some kind of extra file installation or update. Uh, your VMware Workstation, what is the? It is the latest one?
Yeah. 16.
16 Pro, right?
Yeah.
Is there any updates there? So you have to check on the website if there are any updates. Otherwise, another thing I can show you here. If you go to help, and then there are software updates. This one. So either the newer updates are not good with some of the newer processor features of the new laptops, or if you go update it, then it might have some fixes also downloaded and it could work. I'm just guessing.
It says no pending updates.
Okay, it's latest. So hey, one more thing. You can go for VMware Workstation 15 or 14. I mean, if you Google older versions of VMware Workstation, download. You have to search it, and I'm sure over the internet somebody will have it. So if you install VMware Workstation 15 and just start a ESXi hypervisor, but till now, okay, so you were doing all the other labs, but when you started VCSA only, then it's starting to give that again. So
Yep.
VMware Workstation 15, if you can try.
We'll do so. So I just have another question for the other students. Guys, do you guys have the same problem, or your Windows was working okay? I mean, were you getting the Intel VTI error in the Windows and now it is working in the VMware? ESXi?
No, Farhan, I don't have it problem.
Okay, so those of you who are done, you guys did not have the VTXI error in the first place, right?
No, I didn't get the problem.
Okay, so sir, I think no
Yeah.
one is having a problem. Who actually had the problem on the first one, those will be having the problem as well.
They will still continue to have this problem here. Anyone from the done had this Intel VTX error before?
Yeah, I had the problem before, but okay.
You unchecked it. Okay.
I had the problem before, right? But now, so what happened is, well, sorry, my configuration is actually different. So let me not put myself on the
Yeah,
spot.
it comes down to hardware configuration. So you had the Intel VTX issue, but now you don't have it. Okay.
Yeah, because my configuration now is different. Actually, what happened is, so the last class, I was supposed to install the last, is it that V, I mean, I don't know how to pronounce it, the V, something long, that long 1, 2, 3, right? So the last, I want to actually dismantle my my VMware and start all from scratch. But so I have not done that of last week. So what happened is when I was installing the configuration, so I used the default one. So it's not the ones you've given us. Yeah, I used the default one and it worked.
Default one. Okay.
So that's why I said mine is a little bit different. I didn't use that long 01 or 2 that you installed last week.
Okay.
So yeah, maybe those who have the problem can just, I mean, when they want to install, I don't have it offered here, but when they want to install it, they will see a default installation selection they're supposed to use, or that's the one I used anyways, and I didn't have the problem. Maybe if I'd used the one you have, I might have had this problem.
So default installation selection for software SAN or Well,
can I go
okay,
back?
then when you remember, you can let us know and they can also try.
Maybe I said maybe it shares the screen again. So, Ferran, if you
Yeah,
can please, yeah, if
yeah,
I
please
don't know
share.
if Prof wants to allow you share your screen, I'll just
Yeah, I can share my screen.
I
Just
am more of experiential, right? I don't know how to
uh,
explain things, but
I
when
am
I
from
see
a
it,
different computer doing this lab and attending the class on a different computer. So just give me a moment to share my screen, okay?
Mhm.
I got the same error.
Yeah, told you.
Who?
Yeah,
so
VTX
yeah, so when you share your
80%.
screen, I'll be able to.
Okay.
Professor, can you allow me to join from another computer?
Okay.
1 second.
Yeah.
Okay, you can see my screen.
We were able to, now we're not.
Let
Yeah, now
me.
it again is here. Yeah.
Oh, it's mine screen, sorry.
Oh, okay. Yogesh's screen. It's okay.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
yours.
yeah, any screen could work. There's a lot of echo.
Yeah. So, yeah, you were saying what to do, where to go?
Let them just start the process. When it gets to the part, I'll
Download
just
installer log.
yeah, just do all the process again. When you get to the part, I will just point out what I did
Sorry?
differently. I don't know. I'm echoing a lot, but I was like, start the process.
Process
Yeah,
of what?
the installation process.
Of VCSA?
Yes, of the VCSA. Yes,
Okay. So,
just all we did
Yogesh?
today. Yeah.
Yeah. So, start the installation process also because you got the error, so you can close this.
Sorry?
Error 2 now, sir.
Yogesh, you can mute yourself if you are not talking.
Yeah, those who are not talking, please mute. Oh, Yogesh, either Yogesh or Farhan. Those who got the error, can you show the screen? Or let me continue with the installation and then at the end of the class we can try to reshoot. Because of echo, I think now even when we are trying to reshoot, the guy who got error is not able to understand what we're talking. So guys, we need to finish the installation today as well. So at least the next few steps, let me show you, and then we can also again go back to the configurations for T-shoots after that. Or I can leave the screen open, WebEx, and you can just talk to each other while I then go away, and then after 10-20 minutes, I'll just close. Oh, okay. So Yogesh Moez. Yogesh is many times showing 78%. Okay. So, but Yogesh, you got error, so okay. And Moez only got the
And
issue.
Professor, I am stuck at 80%. When I was going through my system, I found one thing here. When I go to the storage on this ESXi1, I don't know the under the storage. I only see that 21 GB left. While I did 500 GB initially or 200 GB. And last time I had the same issue on ESXi3, so I deleted that hard drive and I added it again. So will I have to do the same thing on this one too?
Storage. Okay, you have to tell me again. What's going on?
So when I go to the store, when I was seeing in this, right now I am stuck. Yeah, I cannot see because I'm. 1 second.
Okay. Oh, Chris says got the error. So yeah, those who got the error before Intel VTX, now they are all seeing that error again. So yeah, VCSA. But I think Leonard only did something different, although he also got the error before. But he did something different and he's okay now. And he has to convey that to others, but that's the issue right now. How to convey. So yeah, we have to give special time to Leonard. Let me just start the solution, then we can all again discuss that, right? And we can try to resolve it how Leon was able to go ahead and others got error. So
Sir, Professor, I have a request. Can we spare some time after this class to actually resolve it? Because every day we are spending at least 15-20 minutes discussing this error. Either ways.
yeah, that's what I said. That let me show this, and then we're going to start talking. In fact, this next step is also a bit longer. So then I don't have to see my screen, and then we'll talk about this error again. Okay. So let me
Professor,
just go ahead. Yeah.
Mine started moving, so I am at 90 now.
But
Finally.
you did not get the error at all, right?
No, not yet. 91% right now.
And you never got this error before as well.
No.
Oh, okay. So yeah, then I'll just go ahead and show guys here. Am I recording this? Yeah. So at least. So I'm going to go ahead for those for just the recording of the video. So everyone should have a complete video, and then we're gonna troubleshoot that error. And Leonard, you're gonna be the chief guest today. Okay, continue. And then there is. So it's stage 2 now. And stage 2, yes, it's just a setup. I'm just going to click next. And it's going to ask certain questions. So synchronize time with Esxi. So it's going to correct its time with the hypervisor. And then SSH access, I am going to enable that. So the only change here is secure shell or SSH lets you connect to the command prompt of the hypervisor or the vCenter. So for that secure shell, or it's gonna securely remotely let you connect to the command prompt of or CLI command line interface of the vCenter. For that, we're enabling that. I'm gonna click next. It says that there's a warning it's going to change the IP address, but it's not going to change that. So we're going to ignore that and still press OK. Like we understand that it's not going to change the IP, but it just says that it's going to press OK, saving SSH. Now here, single sign-on domain. So it's just saying that just like Windows, remember that in Windows we gave the domain name? Where it says instead of W1 DS212 option, use the default one. Oh,
Hello.
so Leonard, so guys, there's a chat there, and Leonard says that he actually used the default data store, but not the LAN-based data stores. Okay. Um, okay, so that's what we were not supposed to do, but uh, if it worked for you, then that's strange. Okay, we're gonna come back to that. Let me just continue
Sorry.
with the installation and let it. Yeah, you were saying?
SSH access should be enabled, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And
Well,
then next.
Okay, guys, so here you need to give a domain. Just like in Windows, we gave a domain. VMware made it pretty much the same, that you create a domain name here as well, because it's just a network name. And VMware wanted to attract all the Windows administrators to learn VMware, so it should not be something totally new. So they also put their network name as domain name. You can see that there's a grade 1 vsphere.local written there, so we're just gonna put that same name here. We could put any other name, something dot something, right? But vsphere.local, vsphere.local, and then small legacy, cap legacy, shift 123, dodger 123, then the same class password, but you just put the domain name. Make sure that spellings are correct, or whatever spellings you put, just remember that vsphere.local. Okay, so that's it. If there were more than one vCenter deployments, then you could have gone for that. Leonard, I enabled it. So enable that. Okay. Enable the SSH. And next. Okay, Yogesh says, please news stop for a few minutes. Okay, yes, Yogesh.
Yeah, yeah, I
Oh,
just want to
okay.
try to fix
You're
that
gonna
error
notice that.
and just yeah. When I come to the same screen, so please, yeah.
Well, when you come there, you can ask, because after this, it's nothing there. And then we need to consider on that error as well. So when you are there, Yogesh, just come on the mic and I'll tell you what to do. Because here also, if I go back, oh, I was thinking, and back.
Or I
So
can share my screen after you finish this.
okay,
Thank you.
Yogesh, one more thing. See this? I'm gonna take screenshots of the steps I took, so you can follow the WhatsApp. I'm gonna put all the screenshots there, right? So next, and this is for those who are still, waiting for. So that's the first step. Click next. It's on the WhatsApp. I hope you're able to see that. And the second step we took was this, which is enabled. So just compare your screen with the WhatsApp and then enabled. You can also remember, and then press OK here. So yeah, it's OK. And it's coming quickly on WhatsApp. And then you have to put vsphere.local and small abc capital ABC 123.123 small abc capital ABC 123.123. So that's the fourth step, that you have to put a domain name plus the class password. So if there are anyone else who are then that's it. Join the VMware experience. I'm just going to uncheck that, but even if it is checked, doesn't really matter in a training environment. So uncheck that. And okay, that's the next screenshot. And yeah, that's the summary. And on summary, obviously, you don't need to do anything. Just click next, and it's going to start the stage 2, where we can come back and we can leave it. I'm going to click finish here. Oh, you will not be able to pause. Yeah, I know that. So press OK. Now let it go ahead and let's start the questions. Okay, so all the screenshots are there, and Suresh. Oh, sorry, I said Yogesh. It's Suresh. Sorry. Okay. While this is going on now, guys, we can just try to check out what's going on with this, and
Professor,
I'll have
sorry,
this kind of
and
full video.
sorry, I forgot how to get to this vCenter server installers.
Yeah, you can share your screen.
Okay.
Now we can t-shirt, guys. So what Leonard says is something we did not, or I was saying that it's against the, the best practices. But if you get to install vCenter, that's going to be something. vCenter is what we really need. So the data store is just the local data store instead of the other one. Okay. So you can go to
Yeah.
yellow
Hello,
folder.
Professor.
Share
Sorry,
the
sorry. No, sorry. Not I didn't mean to deviate, but I mean, like I said, I was going to go back to destroy everything and start from scratch. So I just wanted to follow up based on. I mean, I was just trying. I didn't have that
It's okay.
data store
It's okay.
installed. So I was like, okay, and luckily it worked for me. So I was just telling them what I did differently.
Yeah, so actually that's a good thing, Leonard. it's a good thing that it worked because there are some issues that are out of my hand. It's VMware did something. VMware Workstation software is doing something that is not acceptable with newer processor features. So pretty much, I mean, I cannot control the whole $1 billion VMware company. So right now, whatever solutions we can get, we are trying to follow that because it's more important to install vCenter and explore its feature instead of going for best practices. Even if it's a bit less best practice, you still see how best practice is done because it's recorded in the video and how you can also have the vCenter installed. Okay, so any recommendation for license key issue? Moise says, okay, so it says finally done. Moise says license key issue. Yeah, so guys, am I recording this? License key, if you didn't get it from Humber, so like you can just put in Google VMware Workstation 16 Pro license key. If you just put that same sentence, okay, I didn't say anything else.
So
Uh,
yes, Professor. What's the next step?
Yeah, so no yellow folder down there. Click that.
Here, here,
Oh,
this
close
one.
this. Close the computer management.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, stay inside and close this. Yeah, and then go down to the yellow folder.
This one.
No, down bottom yellow folder, the file explorer. Keep going down.
File Explorer. Yeah, yeah.
Installer. Double click that. Guys, others who got this error of Intel VT, please, if you're following as well, that's good. Next. So next, okay, now, yeah, this is okay. Now we're gonna still deploy it into one. The password, yeah, whatever password was given for that. Next, yes. Leonard, you're done?
Yes, mine is installing.
Still installing, okay. Oh, when it's done, then we could say that it worked. But it did not stop at what percentage? Anyone remembers what percentage the error came?
80%.
80%. So Leonard, are you
Yeah.
above 80%?
So I'm in the so it's still in 20% on the stage 2.
20%? Ouch. Okay, guys.
Yes, Professor.
Yeah,
Now
so
just
He's in stage 2, Professor. The stage 2,
sorry, sorry,
one
sorry.
he is cleared.
One is cleared for?
No, the Leonard is saying he has cleared one, so he is on stage 2 right now.
yes,
Really?
so that's what I was saying. So I used the data store, the default one. That's the last
Okay.
one.
So last one is data store 1. Do you see that? Last one, Yogesh?
This one.
Yeah, this one. Yeah. So this is local disk-based data store. Although it's a data store and it's supposed to work. How is it working for you? It's just 71 GB. Anyway, oh, it's thin provision. That's why. Okay. So go next after selecting that, which is not what we did, but if it's letting you install vCenter. Now here, here you have to be very careful. Now go up because you're reinstalling now, right? So just change it to VCSA 2. So
This one.
down there, if you go down FQDN, remember you put VCSA there?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one. Just instead of 1, change it to 2. And 4, change it to 5. 200.4, change it to 200.5. Above. This one. No, below. Above.
Sorry.
No, 192.168.200.4. Do you see that IP address? Just
Okay.
yeah,
Fine.
change it to 5. But now you have to go to DNS. No. Don't click next. Now, yes, this is okay. Go to DNS now. And that was in good. Okay, DNS.
Here.
Yeah, double click that. Yogesh Hump. Right click the Yogesh Hump. And new host A. Yeah, this one. And now VCSA 2. Yeah. And the IP should be 192.168.200.5. And yeah,
And
yeah,
host.
it's okay. Add host. Okay. Now, and then go up to Yogesh Win and then refresh that DNS above. Yeah, this one. And refresh. That's it. Okay, we're good. And yeah, now we can go back and next finish. And Farhan, you're also doing that? Okay, so finish.
No
So
problem,
finish,
sir.
right?
See.
I actually shut down my ESXi, so I have rebooted it right now. So I'm in the installer file right now. So I was hoping after this you can help me with the navigation as well.
Okay, I thought you were doing with him. So yeah, same steps. Yeah, Farhan. So can you share your
I'll
screen?
just
Or are
yeah,
you able to?
sure. Yogesh, if you can stop sharing your screen, I'll share mine.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much, Professor.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it.
And Yogesh, you have to let us all know, especially that did it work or not. But with Leonard, it worked, so it should work. We're just hoping. Okay.
Yes,
So
Professor.
Farhan, yeah, put the username. Yeah, where did you start? Yeah, it's okay. So just put the root password and confirm root password,
The
which
VM name
is
will be this. It
yeah,
was
it's
VCS something.
ah, that's a good question. You have to just change the end of it as one. Yogesh, we didn't do that. Yeah, no, don't change the whole thing. At the
Okay.
end of it, just put one. Although I think that may not really.
Sorry, Professor, you were talking to me?
Yeah, Yogesh, your first machine VCS, I think it should be okay. If you get an
Yeah,
error, Yogesh, then let me know. Yeah,
okay. Thank you.
cool, welcome.
So,
Okay,
Professor, I
Farhan?
put it just one over here.
Yeah, class password or whichever password you were giving us. And yeah, nothing here. Okay, cool. So last one.
Insufficient disk space.
Required minimum required is 250.
25.
Huh?
It's 25.
25 GB?
Yeah.
Data store one. Oh, what is the space it's giving in capacity? It's very small, so now I understand what some of the students were saying. Oh yeah, I
It's
can see the. Yeah, I made it larger. Oh, 13. Which VCSA are you doing that on?
Yeah, I kind of did a mistake over there, so I was hoping that was not going to be an issue, but it is right now because in my ESXi I did made a mistake.
What?
It's 142 GB over here. Can I change
Well, it
this?
should not be a big deal. Oh, but then that's why it's giving 13 GB.
That's why I guess. Can I change it
No,
after I shut down the
no,
ESXi?
no. This is the default disk. You will have to reinstall the whole thing. VCSA
Oh
one
wow.
properly with 200 GB. So,
Got it.
welcome to IT. I mean, one small little dot is not there, the whole next aeroplane will be down. So, IT is like that. So, one small thing. So that's why there are, some high-paid jobs there because we have to be very, very careful and exact configuration has to be there.
I'm
Um,
sorry.
so Farhan, when you're installing the new one, try to give it like 300 instead of 200.
Yeah,
But
I'll have to do that.
this will not work yet. Mhm. But
Yeah.
this is recording, so you will see the steps of what you just took, and you can follow in with the video as well.
Okay. So for the ESXi, if I uninstall this one, I will just have to do it from the beginning for the ESXi
Yes.
one only, right?
Even for future labs, it's going to be useful that it should be the correct size.
No worries, I'll do that. I
Mm.
cannot shut it down and expand or defragment the disk or something.
Sorry again.
I cannot just shut down the ESXi and then expand or defragment or something over here.
Okay, try that because it has the hypervisor. So you change anything here, it will affect the files inside the hypervisor. Then it won't start in most cases.
Okay, let's try that because I'm stuck anyways.
Well, you can try those, but some students got errors after that. So better do a reinstallation because there's a lot of labs coming. So initial configuration has to be perfect.
Sir.
Yep.
For the default data store that's there, it says 71 gigs. Is that okay to go ahead and still try install it there?
Chris is saying so. Leonard has already done that. So it's thin provision. So that's why the actual size of the Vcenter is much lesser than 75 GB. So yeah, it's gonna work because it's thin provision.
So just go ahead and try install it there then.
Yep. So you had Chris, you had the same error, Intel VT?
Yeah, I do. At 80%, I got that error.
On the first stage one. Leonard, are you done with the stage two?
Stage 2 is still installing, so there's progress. No errors so far.
Oh, okay. No error so far. Wow, amazing, man. So the fragment will not work. Okay. So guys, let me just then check my Farhan, did you give the same size on other two hypervisors as well?
No, they are 200 GB. I did not make the
So
mistake.
you can try the same thing with any other hypervisor. Consider that as one and consider this as two or three. So you have to then
that
be
might
very
work.
careful in future labs.
Okay.
So you have to change it according to how we changed.
Okay, from the very beginning of the lab today.
Shut down the VC, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
the naming and this always then confuses student. If you're sharp that you won't be confused with this, then it's okay. Otherwise, better to reinstall VCSA one with the correct configuration.
Okay, so thank you.
Okay, guys. So I'm just going to share my screen back. There are any questions? Let me know. And yeah, so VMware.
So just one quick question.
Yeah.
For for the DNF setting for the VCSA 2, because I have to change it to 2. You're saying I have to go to the DNS and change it as well?
Yes. You're installing the second time. So if you've given the name VCSA 2 and 200.5, then you have to add that A record with the exact correct name and IP in DNS.
Okay, no problem.
Professor, can you tell me one thing? How can I SSH to this ESXi?
Again, what's the question?
How can I like secure shell in this ESXi?
How can you secure? Well, that's an upcoming topic. I mean, right now,
because there is a solution on the internet where it says that turn off the ESXi and then SSH to it, and then there are a few commands you need to run, and then the VTXi error will be fixed.
Oh, can you share that?
I did, Professor. Last time, I'll share it once again.
In WhatsApp?
Yeah.
No,
I'll share it once
in
again.
last class or? Okay.
No, last to last class. I just shared it.
Okay.
I just shared it once again.
Because then there will be so many solutions that I have to check in my new laptop. So normally we spend a lot of time and then it ends up like not working. So that's why I want to test it first in my environment and then let you know. Well, are there any other solutions that you were able to, or anyone else?
This is the one that I mean seemed like most okay. So I have checked quite a few files.
Oh, where is it?
Hold on. Where are you?
I just clicked that link. Enable virtualization inside ESXi. I'll click that again. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there you go.
Finish the most tricky part. Make sure to check your stuff. Shut down the machine. Shut down a virtual machine inside ESXi because we cannot shut down ESXi, otherwise how can we go inside?
Exactly. So that's what I was confused about. I did download Putty and in the Windows server, but if I shut down the ESXi, I cannot SSH it.
Mm-hmm. And it says okay, so installation done for Palak, Suresh done. Okay, license key. I gave the solution. Was installation done? Yeah, it's those who didn't get their first place. So that's good. But Leonard says installation done. Then yeah, wow, we'll have a celebration. Put setting VHV dot and then Yogesh. VHV dot enable equals 2 at the bottom of the box is which box it is saying it's VMware Workstation, right? Enable nested virtualization in 2015? No, sir, that's not for us.
Okay.
So that's definitely not gonna work. This is like 8 years ago with a totally different version. It's not even VMware Workstation. So yeah, we're looking for VMware Workstation based, and the article could be 2020 up to 2022, between that. In fact, in 2020 and 2021, I've been teaching that in those years as well, and no issues. It's 2022 when it started happening. So any 2022 article with VMware Workstation Pro 16 would really solve it. Also, one more thing I want to test was in your hardware, if I put VMware Workstation 15, older VMware Workstation. Okay. Okay, let me just finish the thing and then we concentrate on this error. Where was I? And I think the installation should be done, and I could stop the video so we could go for the. Oh, it's done. So guys, third screenshot would be for those who it is done and those who are not following, take the screenshot of my screen. Third screenshot is this Vcsa installed. So screenshot 3, Vcsa installed, and that's the URL. So keep it there, and those who are done, I mean, like you can right click and just simply power and suspend guest. So these are the 3 screenshots needed today, and then we will try to concentrate on T-shoot of the issue. Okay, so again, I'm taking a screenshot. You can take a screenshot of my screen if you're not following on your side, and it's VCSA installed. There. VCSA installed. Okay, installation complete. Voices. Suresh says installation complete. Okay. Alright guys, so this is the third. No, I'll take the screenshot here and put it on WhatsApp. So Farhan, you're able to share a screen? Or you're remotely connecting to...
Professor, please can you show the second screenshot very quickly?
Yeah, it's this one. Yep,
Okay, thank you.
welcome. And so these are screenshots.
You can close the wizard, right?
Yeah, Moise, you were saying?
Can we close the wizard as the installation is completed?
Yeah. So guys, what you're gonna do is those who are done, yeah, you can just freeze the installation. Do not shut down because we're gonna exactly follow from here in next class. So I'm just gonna suspend guest and suspend guest, especially the E6i1 suspend guest because actually it's installed there. And
If I close the wizard, is that okay or?
Wizard? Yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna tell you the URL later then. But those who haven't closed the wizard, do not close it and then suspend it. Although it's URL that you just need to know. Okay, so okay. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and just open that on the internet. Open, just configure that upload link, and then let's come down to. Okay, I'll just open. So those who are done, you know, you can go and so we could concentrate on error. 7.976. Okay. So, Farhan, are you able to search for Google?
Professor, I have just allocated 26 GB RAM to ESXi3 and I am trying to reinstall the whole
Oh,
thing.
okay, good. Yogesh, are you still installing?
Yes. It's
And
1 second.
state,
Let me.
is it
Yeah,
more
it's
than
39.
80%? Huh?
No, 39%.
39. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know why it's low.
Yeah, but if it is more than, if it's 90% or more than 80% and stage one, then yeah, we're kind of good then. Prognosis is on 71%. Wow. Yeah, stage two. Okay. Okay. Prognosis, you never got this error, right? Intel VTX, obviously.
No,
So, no. Okay.
no.
I'll just quickly open that upload link. So we could get Evelyn says mine is 81% stage two. Okay, cool. Week 6. Mm-hmm. Oh, so week 7 is visible, but I need to change that to week 6 and 13. VCP says. Okay, so week 6 should be available, and I'll just quickly open. That time and date.
Professor, I have allocated 26 GB to ESXi3. So do you want me to install it in ESXi3?
Yes, and it has 200 GB local
It has
disk.
200 GB. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Can I
let's
share my
start.
screen?
Yeah. Well, did you share? Okay.
Not yet. I haven't. Shall I?
Yeah.
You can see it.
Yeah, while I'm doing this work.
Oh, okay, okay,
Let's
sure.
check it out.
Thanks, thanks,
No, I'm not seeing this. You can still share because that's not that big deal what I'm doing there. So anyone?
Did you create sir, did you create the link for submit the screenshot?
Yeah. So can everyone confirm upload week 6 is visible?
No, it's visible, but there is no option to upload.
Um, Okay, that's. Can you refresh that again? So first week 6 and then upload week 6.
Professor, sorry, I missed the second screenshot, so I'm okay with only two screenshots. The VCSA completed, so that's okay.
Two screenshots. The third is this.
No, I missed the second one.
Second is this.
Yeah, it happened to me too because I was following after you. And then when I realized I pressed the button continue and I didn't take that.
Well, you can take mine
that
for now.
screenshot.
Yep. You can take mine for now, but later you can change it to yours. So anyone can confirm upload week 6 is still available or?
Yeah, it's available now.
All right, thank you. So please go ahead and upload those who are done. And Farhan, your screen is.
Yes, sir. I'm in ESXi 3.
Okay, so yeah, that's good. And let's go back to A6i3. Go to the virtual machine there.
Over here.
Farhan VM01.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's off. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. Yeah. So let's go to the yellow folder and initiate the installation and then wait forever. Yeah,
Upload where,
installer.
Professor? Upload week 5 or upload week 6?
Week 6. Today's week 6 and last week was week 5. Install. Okay. So Yogesh, you did not reach 80%, right? Yeah, I think it was way back.
No, not yet. 1 second, let me check. It's 52%.
Oh, okay, 30% more and yeah, it's I think 1 hour. So guys, as soon when you get the error, at least share with my on my WhatsApp. I'll be reinstalling this environment in my laptop, which had the error as well, and I will have to t-shoot throughout the this weekend as well. But
Professor,
Leonard,
what was the
you're done?
ESXi host name again? Sorry.
Yeah, ESXi hostname. It's 192.168.
No, the server
200.
name. It was the IP. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, you need to give the IP.
168, 200.
203.
For this one, it was 3.
Okay, so yeah, anyway, so yeah, Leonard, are you done?
42%. So yeah, I think the downside of this the default one is maybe because of the size, it's kind of slow.
Yeah, it's very slow.
Yeah.
Okay. So guys,
Professor, what shall I rename this? 2 this time?
yeah, it's gonna be slow. So guys, do not shut down your laptops and yeah, you can go to sleep or do whatever, and then keep posting on the WhatsApp what really happened. Did it succeed? And we'll try to now make sure. Oh, yeah, that's up there, and it's 71. Oh, no. 10 provision from. Yeah. Okay, now we're good. Done stage 2 labeling. Okay, good. Here says stage 2 completed. Okay, good.
Professor, what was the FQDN?
Did
What
you
did
already create VCSA 2? Yeah, we can go to
No,
DNS
I did not.
just to confirm. Let's go to server manager and then DNS. Okay, those who have uploaded already, you want to go, then you can go. And oh, I should close the video.
Good night.
All right, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Sorry, Professor, that was my son.
Okay. No problem. That's nice.
Okay, Professor. So I rename it over here.
Yeah, Vcsa 2. And the same thing we're going to write there as well. Okay, so 192.168.200. What did you put there? Oh, the IP we have to come up with. So 5, I think we didn't use, so we can go for 5. And this exact spellings, you can click done and then go up to the DNS name and then refresh.
I want to go to the DNS name and then refresh.
Yeah,
Go
go ahead.
here,
Yeah, this one.
refresh.
Yeah. Brightness says stage 2 is 9%. All right, policy is 9.
Okay,
Yeah.
Vcsa2
Yeah, dot.
dot.
Like, yeah, what's your domain name?
Oh, okay, so my domain name. Yeah, I know it. Just a sec.
Oh, go to local server and just copy from there, just to avoid any mistakes.
Right, sir.
It doesn't copy. But
Click that.
local. No worries.
Click
No
that.
worries. It did not copy. Anyways, I can
Click that.
click it. Okay.
Yeah, and then copy from here. Domain name is showing. Yeah. Oh, there are 2 screens open.
200.5, right?
Yeah, 255.255.255.0. And it's 10, yeah. 10 as well. DNS, no.
Next.
Yeah.
Finish.
And finito, yeah.
Now I wait.
Okay, so all night, just do not close the laptop and think Leonard is going to report maybe at 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock. So, guys, good night with that. But yes, we have to find a solution. This is a workaround. This is not the solution. So, yes, before I said that, okay, everyone, please search and let's do that, and nobody did anything. So, I'll just try to, lead this, and I was not expecting this error to come on many devices. Um, I'm just counting on if anyone has released any updates because obviously it's out of my hand as well. And luckily, I had an older device, so I could show everything. Otherwise, I would have had to purchase an old device. So something between VMware Workstation and the newer devices, pretty much out of hand of everyone. But if VMware has a patch for that or somebody has a workaround, then we can use it. If nobody has anything and it's still new, and I see that it is new actually, so then yeah, nobody can do anything then, right? So whatever is available out there on the internet, we can only apply that. So we're hoping there is something somebody posted. Otherwise, yeah, older device purchase now, that's something a lot of us cannot afford. Yeah, that's a ground reality I'm telling that it's happening now. So whatever we can do, we will do that. Whatever is humanly possible. Okay, so I'm gonna search, and I'll share the results. And whatever I searched, anyone else who is getting error can also try. So okay, so that's what I can say. And before next week, we should have a solution. And let's please poke each other. Hey, anyone has a solution? Hey, anyone has a solution? And then try to Google it and try to share again and again. So let's keep it alive, this topic, so we could resolve the new laptop error issue as well, right? So obviously I have office, you have courses, so I get busy, you get busy, but we have to keep it alive. I hope it was in my hand, but I can only search for whatever the solution VMware gives or VMware Workstation has or some Google group has, right? Okay, guys, so um, those who are doing on local data store, please do keep us posted. And for now, yep, keep that installation running. And if there's anything, just share on the WhatsApp, right? So,
Thank you, Professor. Professor,
Okay,
you told me
Leonard,
that
thank you.
if I do it on ESXi3, there might be some confusion in the future in the name or something. So, what shall I look into? I mean,
No, like whenever I say, "Hey, students, let's connect to ECSI one," so
I will
you
connect to
will
ESXi3.
exactly. That's the only thing. Yeah. So whenever I say one, you assume three.
Got it.
Cool. Okay, guys.
Not for
So
the IP address.
yeah.
Um,
All right. Thank you, everyone.
sir,
Bye bye. And let's keep this alive, this discussion, so we could find some solution. All right.
just a quick question, sir, before you go.
Sure, sure.
If it is that I completed stage one, for stage two, I can just suspend the machine state and I'll be able to, until I get the video, I could continue with stage two.
Well, I put the steps of stage two, which are very, very few and very easy. I put screenshots of every step there in WhatsApp. So my suggestion is if you suspend that, it may work the next time, or you may have to start the stage one again. So my suggestion not to do that and go for the stage two and let it go for tonight. Yeah, we have to
Okay, no
sacrifice.
problem.
But all the steps are there.
I have the
It's just keep
steps.
taking them.
If they're there, then I'll just follow them. Once it's there, I'm good.
Exactly. Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Also, for these slides, where do I get these slides? I'm not. I mean, note slides. Is it on? Because I'm not seeing it on the D12 space. Where do I find them? Are there none?
It's in the week one, week two, week three folder where you're uploading. If you go inside
On the
those folders, the
Blackboard?
slides are there.
On
Professor,
Blackboard?
I've got. Oh, sorry. Sorry, you finish first.
So
Is it on the Blackboard?
yeah, it's on the Blackboard within the folders of week one, week two, week three.
Okay, no problem.
Cool.
Professor, for the screenshots today, I got the first one. After that, I got the error. So the next two, I got your screenshot. I'll just upload those.
Oh yes, exactly.
Thank
Sure.
you. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you, everyone, and let's keep each other posted as well as active on this issue. Okay, guys. So bye bye for now, and hopefully we stay connected this week for this issue. All right. Thank you. Bye bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye bye.
79%, Professor.
Oh, wow. Good luck, man. But keep it up. Keep it
Maybe,
going.
sir, wait for 5 more minutes. 71%, 79%. If
Five.
it's 281, then we are okay.
You're okay. Well, that's what I'm saying. That keep it on, put it on WhatsApp, and I rest assured I'll be jumping with happiness. I will not count that.
80%.
Okay. Huh?
80%.
It's on 80%.
Yeah.
Oh, so heart's beating fast now.
Oh yeah, it's same error now. This host does not support Intel VTX.
There you go. So Leonard's solution only works with Leonard. So
Oh my god.
Leonard, are you there?
okay.
Are you here?
So Farhan, then it's different hardware, different story. So Farhan's hardware is different, Yogesh hardware is different. So those who are
So
still trying, keep it going.
Sayed, what to do now?
Now we search for the solution for this throughout the week. That's what I'm saying. That let's keep it active and let's keep on asking and let's Google search away and somebody might find some solution. So keep posting some of the solutions for this. It should be 2022 article, and I'll keep on trying all the solutions on my laptop because I'm also getting there.
I
So
tried last week. I've been trying a lot of solutions and none of them seem to work. Everything that they're saying, even from the VMware support side, what they're saying still is not the solution.
okay, that's not a very good news because it is this year I'm seeing. Last year I was not seeing this for newer laptops of that year. So that's why I am not very hopeful, but we can keep trying. Otherwise, obviously, guys, it's out of human's hand. It's not Humber's hand. It's if you were in Georgetown College or Seneca College, it's the same thing.
Professor,
So,
so is there
yeah.
any other option we can try just very quickly?
Is there any other option? No, I'm not sure if there's any other option other than changing the hardware to an
Like
older
choosing
hardware.
different option from that menu, choosing different option.
Well, the storage was the either the LAN-based data stores or the local data store. Although choosing the local data store didn't make any sense, but since it worked, so that's why I said, okay, let's everyone try. But his hardware actually supported that. Leonard's hardware. Your hardware is different, and processor features. That's so. I don't
I
think of
mean,
any other. Yeah, for now I
so
don't.
just to
Sorry, Professor. I was
Oh,
asking at
okay.
the end of
Correct.
this course, how do we pass, or will there be an exam or a lab or what?
It's gonna be um, it's gonna be just like the previous courses, multiple choice questions. But the main labs are obviously this, and once you do those labs, this is for the job. That's what, and there are many long labs coming. So I intend to at least try to
Okay.
understand those. And if you can get your hands on a bit older hardware from
Well,
2021.
Professor, to be honest, I have access in my previous job, I was a data center engineer, so I have access to the live machine over there with Vcenter,
Wow.
so I can access that.
Then why don't you just use that and carry on with
That's a
this? That
live
would
machine.
be
I don't want to play around it.
oh,
That's a
live machine for production environment.
that's a hospital's live machine. Yeah.
So yeah, why did you even mention that as an option? That's not an option.
No, I can actually log into it and see how it works. I never touched it before, but I have access to those.
Yeah, once you see how I'm installing all the advanced features, it will be very interesting, that environment. You will then be able to understand, oh, this is this is this. And this. That's a very good thing. You're lucky. You get to see the production one.
sorry, Professor. Please, can we try something different? So that's okay.
Like what?
200.1, that's okay, right?
Yeah. Okay, since you insist, so I don't see that anything different. Suppose changing the IP or changing the name would do anything. Oh, whoa, 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 Yogesh, wait. Put it
Yeah.
back and put
Yeah.
at the end of it, put 3. No, no, not here, not here. Put 1. Next. You're too fast. Okay. Here, at
Where
the end
3
of it,
here?
put 3, the name. Yeah, next. And next, nothing here.
Yeah, so which one to select now here?
Go for 2 or, yeah, I
2?
mean, yeah, not much difference, nothing much to do here, but yeah, next.
So here.
You're trying third time now, so VCSA 3 and 2.6.
That's it?
And next. Oh, well, you have to put the A record for that. Go to
What?
DNS.
Oh, the here?
Yeah, DNS A record. Yeah. And
Here?
let's change. Yeah, double click forward and then, yeah, your Yogesh Humb. Double click that and right click and go for new host A. Now VCSA 3 and IP address 192.168.200. What do you use? 5 or 6? I have to go back there and check. 6. 6 use? Yeah, check
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
6.
Okay. Back here, save it, add host, close, and refresh the DNS. No, select the server name. And then, yeah, now it's okay. So fingers crossed that that change doesn't mean anything, but yeah, since
Finish?
you insist and you're trying, yeah, go ahead and click finish and let's see.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank you.
Leonard
Thank you
says,
so much, bro.
welcome. Leonard says mine finally worked. Stage 2 completed. Wow, it's the hardware and this combination. So okay, guys. So now we need to really keep this active and try to find some solution. Leonard says, or I don't know who was saying that he tried all the solutions from VMware and others. So I'll try the same thing, but if it is humanly possible, we're going to do that. Otherwise, if we stop here, obviously it's a loss for everyone. So better I need to continue and show you. So in the interview, you could really properly relay that. But try to get a hardware, or hopefully we get a workaround somehow. We'll search. Okay, guys. Bye bye. And
Have a good night, Prof.
all right. Thank you. Bye bye. All right. I'm just ending the meeting now. Bye bye.